3, 2. We're live. What's up, guys? Here, I'm wearing my Espeon Kigurumi. We're cozy as shit today. Cozy ass stream. I hope you guys are ready for a cozy one, because this is a cozy one. Took my medicine, so let's cancel that alarm. How you guys doing? You guys doing good? All of them. Literally everyone. Hold on, let's post that stream notification. Here we go. We got that published. How's it hanging, Jablinskis? Welcome to Jabroni Gaming, or whatever Jack Black's channel is called. It's me, Jablinski. Did I? Fuck. No, I didn't. I didn't forget to make it. It's low latency. No, it's normal latency. Fuck. Every goddamn one of them. Look, do you see this? All of them. Hail to thee, traveler. What's up, Vert2? Wait, hold on. Is this that guy from the Discord server who talked like this? How you doing? How's it going? How's it hanging? It's Ro. It is, yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm just ranking Pokemon, listening to the lo-fi beats. You guys can hear that, right? Desktop Audio 2 is recording, so yeah, you can hear that. How's it hanging? I'm in my Espeon. I've got an Umbreon. Well, my husband has an Umbreon one. We got matching ones. It's for cozy. It's for little hangs. I'm in my Espeon Kiku. I'm ready. Speaking of which, I just want to say right now, I went way too far down. Before we move on, Espeon, S tier, both Slowpokes, S tier. Any arguments? Any contest on those? I love my pink little creatures. I love my little pink guys. But yeah, I'll do the rest in order. But I just gotta let it be known. Those three, S tier. Triple S tier. I love those little guys. There's only like 1,000 Pokemon, right? That couldn't be so hard. Okay, first off, we got Bulbasaur. We got a bulbous boy. I think there's no F tier. No, this. Hold on, can we not? Adoro below. Yeah. F. You suck. There we go. I need an F tier. Okay. Bulbasaur, perfectly average. I like Bulbasaur. I don't love Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is one. I pick Bulbasaur about half the time when I play through the early generations. It's split between Charmander and Bulbasaur. I love Squirtle more than I love Bulbasaur. But usually whenever I pick Bulbasaur, it's because I'm doing a speedrun or something. I do like Bulbasaur though. Very good Pokemon. Little baby. I pat on the head. Ivysaur? I like more than Bulbasaur. Look how much spunk that little lad has. Why is my thing not going? So I've got an add-on that makes it like zoom in whenever I hover over. What's up, Squiddles and K? How you doing? So Ivysaur, I like. He's got spunk. You guys, it's good to have you guys. This is a chill stream. This is gonna be a long stream. I'm having a good one. Actually, I'm gonna hop in gamer chat if people want to get in. Wow. I wish I could change to ultra low latency mode after I started, because I always forget. I always forget to change to that. I wish I could make that a default, but it doesn't work. I'm in Lime Stresming now. If people want to join, I'm down. Anyways, Venusaur, it's back to C tier. Ivysaur special, I see why Ivysaur is the one they picked for the middle stage in Smash, because Ivysaur's got attitude. Venusaur, big frog, love the big frog, pet the big frog, but, well, actually, like the big frog, pet the big frog, don't love the big frog. It's a regular big frog to me. The Gen 1 middle evos are so good. Spoiler alert, Charmeleon's an A tier. Charmeleon's good. Let's go back down here though. Mega Venusaur. D tier. It actually looks a lot cooler here than it looks in game, but in game, in X and Y, you see a lot of the trunk, and it loses a lot of character because it just looks goofy. It's a goofster. It's funny, but I don't like it. Also, Thick Fat is actually, you know what? Thick Fat's good. Thick Fat gets it up to C tier. You've won me over. All you Mega Venusaur stans. Gmax Venusaur sucks. I hate Gmax Venusaur. Chat, I'm not gonna drink lemon extract, chat. I'm not gonna do it. Guys, I'm not gonna drink lemon Alright, take it easy. Oh wait, are you even in my chat? Oh, you just joined. Wait, am I not your friend? Oh, I am your friend. Weird. Oh, it's because of I forgot, it's not friends. It's, if your nickname is the same as your name. Your username. Alright, Charmander. Charmander's a B tier. I like Charmander. Little guy. I want to hold this lizard in my hand. Thank you. I love the onesie too. My husband has a matching one that's an Umbreon one. I love them. They're so cozy. I'm considering getting a Slowpoke one, but I don't know. I mean, I do know. I'm eventually going to get one. I just want to find one that I actually like. And I want to find one that's cozy. This one I got for like $12 on Alibaba. So, that's why I got this one. This is actually, this is Flat, Diet Dr. Thunder from Walmart, so it does actually taste kind of like vanilla extract. Well, it tastes like vanilla. It tastes like very dilute vanilla extract. Y'all should get matching onesies. Y'all are super cute. You're even cuter. Charizard, I hate to bandwagon. It is a very cool Pokemon. I like Charizard quite a bit. I don't think it deserves all the love it got. It is a bit overrated, but it's not bad. It's still very good. Still a very cool boy. And also, my first starter was a Charmander, and I stuck with Charizard. I've got a Charizard named Sam, who is the first... Well, not my first starter. The first one I remember. I technically played Crystal first, but I don't remember anything about that. Oh my god. Bro, Jesus. Anyways, my leaf green starter was Charmander, and I had a Charizard named Sam, who I put in my Pokemon Ranch after transferring it to Diamond, and then I reset my Diamond file without pulling it back out, not realizing that it would be locked in there forever, so I've got a Wii sitting in my brother's house with my Charizard Sam on it. Maybe I'll get a picture. Hey Simon, if you end up watching this, send me a picture of Sam from my Pokemon Ranch. I swear to God, if you've deleted my Pokemon Ranch, I'm going to cry real, actual tears. Okay. Mega Charizard X. B tier. I like it less. Especially since it fucks up the very... Charizard used to have a very cool shiny, and then it got a cool shiny, which I still like. I like the black shiny, but I loved the purple shiny. Charizard, Mega Charizard X fucks with both of the shinies. It's like green, I think. It's just not good. It's just not a good shiny. And that on top of the fact that I don't like what it does with the wings. I don't like the spiky wings. I actually don't think Charizard should be a dragon type, so I don't like that it got the dragon type. In general, just not a fan. Mega Charizard Y? A tier. It's just Charizard, but slightly edgier. I like it. It keeps the same shiny colors. It keeps the same motifs. It's just hotter, and it gets Drought. Drought's fantastic. I loved using this. I loved using this to sweep online in Pokemon X. Big fun. Loved Mega Charizard. Why? Gigantamax Charizard. It's a B tier. I like the design less, but it's really cool. It's still really cool. Its effect in battle is like a pretty powerful dot. I think that's really interesting. Yeah, it's a good one. Gen 4 Charizard. I also like Imbor. Male, to your credit, I like Imbor quite a bit. But Gigantamax Charizard just doesn't really hit the same to me. It's still good. Squirtle? I'm tempted to say S tier. I want to say S tier. Squirtle is a fantastic little creature. I never pick it as my starter. But that does not mean I don't love it. Squirtle is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. I love the Gen 1 water types in general. I love the water types in general. I'm a water type trainer at heart, but I'm a water psychic. Like I know it's like cliche, like, oh, Slowpoke. I love water and psychic types. I'm sorry, what can I say? But Squirtle's just fantastic. The Squirtle squad in the anime really sells him for me. I love the Squirtle squad. But Squirtle's just a little guy, and I want to pick it up in my hands and hold it and give it a little smooch on its little turtle forehead. I love it. Wartortle, it's still pretty good. Less cool. The wing things are kind of weird. They're funny. It really feels like they were like, oh, we need to make it a squirrel. Sure, that's fine. I do like Wartortle. I just don't love Wartortle quite as much. And Blastoise is pretty much in the same boat. Blastoise is very cool. I like the cannons. I don't like that it shoots its attacks out of its mouth still. I think until the most recent Violet DLC, actually. I think it does do the cannons now, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Wartortle is cool, but Squirtle is just the best. Blastoise is still very cool. I think Blastoise and Wartortle are about on the same level. And that is to say, the middle evolutions are generally very good in Gen 1. I don't know that that'll hold up forever. I know Gen 2 has a good middle evolution, but still pretty good. Mega Blastoise, I like less than regular Blastoise. Look at that goofy ass cannon. It's very cool, sure. It looks like a shitty tank. But it's not. It's worse than Blastoise. It just doesn't work as well as Blastoise, and it feels like it got the least love out of these. It's the same kind of deal of crank up the biggest design elements to 11. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't like it as much. But yeah, it's cool. Now, Gmax Blastoise, what the fuck? Actually, you know what? Gmax Blastoise, what the fuck were they doing? They stuck all the cannons on its back. It's like they cranked that shit up to 12, but fucked it up in the process. It loses so much of the charm that Blastoise had, and it's just not fun to look at. It's like the same deal as the Mega Venusaur or the Gmax Venusaur bowl cut. I don't like looking at it. I don't like it. It's bad. Caterpie, I fucking love my PP. B tier. It's not my favorite Pokemon, but I love it. It's better than average. I like my little wormy boy. It's a fantastic little caterpillar, and I would give it treats and give it scritches all the time. I don't think they would turn it into a machine gun. This isn't Pal World. Speaking of which, I don't know if I'm gonna play more of that. I have fun. Maybe I should have added the Pal World guys into this list and just not mentioned it. But yeah, Caterpie's a good little lad. Metapod, I think slightly uninteresting. I know everybody's like, oh, Metapod used Harden. Like, Metapod is somewhat iconic, but I just think that the Gen 1 Cocoons, I don't dislike Cocoon Pokemon in general. I think the Gen 1 Cocoons were kind of uninspired and just not very fun. I just want something more out of him. You know? I get it. It's supposed to be an early middle Evo, but it's just I honestly think they probably could have skipped it. That being said, Butterfree, it's about on par with maybe a bit less. Butterfree's fine. It's cute enough, but it's not good. And it's not interesting. It's just a butterfly. Like, look at that. It's just a butterfly. What do you want from me? If it were a butterfly, I'd put the butterfly on a tier list. It's just a cartoony butterfly. It's fine. It looks cute enough, but it's not an interesting Pokemon design. And Gigantamax Butterfree, I don't know. I think I'm fine with. I don't really know how I like Gigantamax Butterfree. I don't think I like it, but I do like it more than Butterfree. You know what? It's B tier. I like it more than Butterfree. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. It's just not. It's not fantastic. It's good though. It is actually genuinely better. It's a Gigantamax that's more interesting and that's actually a good cranking up of 11. They just gave it big ass wings and made it look cooler. That's fine. Is it an iconic butterfly? I really just don't know how I feel about Gigantamax Butterfree. I would be open to discussion on it, but for now, I'm gonna leave it in B tier. I think it's good. I think it's better than a lot of Pokemon. I don't know that it's great. Weedle is also B tier. I like Weedle. I like Weedle slightly less than Caterpie, but still quite a bit. I'm not ordering within tiers, by the way. I'm just dragging him up here. Weedle is a hairy little guy. Poison Sting is a funny move. But I don't love it. I like it though. Oh, I know the coin flip tip. I just like, I don't know. Here, you know what? Sure. Magic 8 Bow, tell me how I feel about Butterfree. Yeah, I'm fine with leaving it in B tier. Okay. Kakuna. Slightly more interesting than Metapod, but not interesting. That's the end of it. I love a Weedle. Weedle is cute. Weedle is cute. You know what? I might be convinced to move Weedle up. I like its nose. I like its big old nose. It's got the Gen 1 nose. It's got the same nose as Diglett. I love it. You know what? Sure. A tier. Weedle's great. Beedrill though. I fucking love Beedrill. It sucks. It sucks so bad in any context. It's never been competitively even decent. In the first two gens, it had such a bad move pool, you couldn't take advantage of its high speed and crit rate. In later gens, it's got a mediocre ability and not a much better move pool, plus bad stats. It's just not good. But I love it. It's a little bee wasp guy. I think the wings are interesting. I think the hand pan things are cool. I love Beedrill. Beedrill is actually a great Pokemon. I actually love all the bee Pokemon. Spoiler alert. Pretty much every bee Pokemon's going to be an A or S tier. And that includes Cutiefly, which is Cutiefly and Ribombee, which are only kind of bees. But just be warned. So, Mega Beedrill. It still wasn't good. And also, it was added in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which didn't even really... Yeah, like, it wasn't an easy one to get, because nobody was using Beedrill in those games already. It's fine. I think it had Moxie. I like it less than Beedrill. So I guess I'm immediately breaking my all bees will be an A or S tier. It's just like a less interesting Beedrill to me. It's very sharp, which is cool. It looks like if Pokemon was released on the Sega Genesis. That's fine. Pidgey I love. It's a bird. It's a basic bird. But it's a bird. And Pidgeotto? Fine. it's a bigger bird. Pidgeot, I also like. I'm not blitzing through all these, but I had the same feelings about all of these pretty much. 7U? What is 7U? Beetrol's not even good in PU. What is 7U? I don't know 7U. But Pidgeot, the reason I like the Pidgey line, it was one of the first lines I ever got that I remember. Pidgeot was a... Pidgeot was kind of like a... It was a favorite of mine. I don't think it's a particularly strong design. I think it's just a big bird with cool hair. But I do like it quite a bit. And honestly, Mega Pidgeot takes all the things I like about it and improves them. It's got more interesting wings. It's got better hair, like the hair feathers. It's got a more angular, pronounced face. It's just like a cooler bird. And I like cool birds. It's fine usability is fine on basically the whole line. It's an early route Pokemon, but it's actually one that can stay viable through the whole game during your regular playthrough, which is, it's good, you know? I'll take it. Now it's rat time! Rat! I love Rattata. Rattata and Alolan Rattata, actually, both fantastic. Alolan Rattata sucks so hard in game because it's got a 4x weakness to fighting, and you get it right before you fight the fighting guy. So, it's not very usable. But they're both just little guys, and I love them, and also their signature moves are very cool. I like Super Fang, I like Hyper Fang. They stop being their signatures later. Raticate, I like slightly less, and Alolan Raticate, I like not very much. They're both still rats. They're both still guys. If they were real, I'd give them a big hug. I love a big rat, but I don't know. I don't know that I love him that much. Spearow is just a worse bird. It's fine. It's a bird. It's not particularly offensive, and Fearow is slightly more interesting. I like Fearow quite a bit, like, as just a basic bird, but it is still just a big bird. It's a cool enough bird. It's edgy. It's got a big beak. It's got decent moves, but the design just doesn't do anything for me, really. Also, I just don't like Spearow that much, and it kind of bleeds over into Fearow a little bit. That being said, like, it's not bad. I still like it more than many Pokemon. Now, Ekans. God, I want to like Ekans so much. I just want to like Ekans because I love snakes. In real life, snakes are like one of my favorite things. It's bad. It's just a bad design. It's a purple snake. It's a bad looking purple snake. It's absolutely unusable in game. It's just, you get it too late and it doesn't do anything. It's just not, it literally has nothing going for it. It's not actively awful. That is the only thing that I can say about Ekans, is that it's not actively awful, and I'm very sad that that's all I can say, because I really, really want to like Ekans so bad. Like, and I like Arbok a lot more than Ekans. Arbok's very cool. It's got the big hood. I really like the early gimmick where every generation they change the design on its hood. That's cool. And I kind of wish they bring it back and like make it a generation of origin gives you the design on the hood thing. But I'm fine with it not doing that if they don't want to. It's just a much cooler looking snake. Plus, it was one of the earliest Axe Pokemon, like whenever Poison Fang was introduced, it got Poison Fang. That's how I learned about Poison Fang. That's a very good move. So, I love Arbok a lot more than I like Ekans. I'm very sad. Kind of wondering how it goes from Hawk to really funny Beaked Vulture. I don't know. I think Pokemon can just kind of be vaguely related to their earlier evolutions, and that's good enough for Pokemon, right? We're 20 minutes in, and I'm still well into the first generation. This is going to be like an 8-hour stream. That's fine. Okay, this one's so fraught. I really do like Pikachu. Pikachu is the definition of overrated. It got pushed hard in marketing. It got pushed hard by everybody. It's so beloved. It really does have a lot going for it. I don't know if I like it. I mean, I don't know if I like it enough, right? Like, hold on, let me cross my legs. I like Pikachu. How much do I like Pikachu? All things said, Pikachu is still a fantastic Pokemon. That's the long and short of it. Is it's a great design. There's a reason it became the Pokemon mascot. I love it. It's just a great Pokemon. Gigantamax Pikachu is a chunky boy. I like that it has the old Pikachu, that it harkens back to the old Pikachu design. The tail is a bit much for me, and I don't love the Gigantamax designs in general, but I'll still stand by it. It's better than a lot of the other G-Max designs. And Raichu is actually great. I love Raichu. And I love Alolan. Alolan Raichu is a fantastic Pokemon. Alolan Raichu might be one of my favorite Pokemon ever, and that's why I'm putting it in S tier. Raichu's great. Raichu is a great Pokemon. I love Raichu. I think Raichu should have picked up a bit more whenever they picked up on Pikachu instead of them just like cramming everything into Pikachu. But Alolan Raichu? Alolan Raichu, if there was an S+, if there was a triple S tier, I'd be putting it there because Alolan Raichu kicks so much ass. It is one of the best Pokemon, in my opinion. The Psychic type really helps it. Surge Surfer's a great ability. Its design is great, and it loves pancakes. It's such a good Pokemon. And it's part of the reason that Sun and Moon are some of my favorite Pokemon games is because they have a lot of designs like this that I'm like, this Pokemon's just so, it's so good. It's so huggable. I love it. Just fantastic Pokemon. S tier. Easy S tier. Sandshrew too. Okay, so Sandshrew was also one of my first Pokemon and one of my favorites. And Sandshrew is actually the Pokemon that I used to solo the entire Elite Four in Leaf Green. I didn't understand strategy because I was a baby. So I just spammed Metal Claw and Earthquake on everything in there. And I won. It won me the game. If it works, you know? So Sandshrew great, and Sandshrew was the start of that, and Sandshrew is just a very cute Pokemon. One of my all-times. Great Pokemon, love it. Alolan Sandshrew, I like quite a bit. I still in A tier. I like, actually, you know what? I think B tier, because I'm gonna say something. I have an opinion. I like Alolan Sandshrew a lot. It's an ice type, which I think are underrepresented. I'm glad we got a few more of those in Alola, because honestly, I was expecting like basically no ice types in Alola whenever I saw the region. So that was a pleasant surprise. Yeah, but Alolan Sandshrew, great Pokemon still. Above average, certainly. Sandslash, A tier. Fantastic Pokemon. Actually, you know what? The cute factor kind of does push A tier. Really good Pokemon. I like Sandslash a lot. Like I said, it carried me. I'm very close to it. It's very close to my heart. Fantastic Pokemon. Alolan Sandslash is again one of my favorite Pokemon. I think the ice spikes are so cool. I think it's genuinely such an upgrade from both regular Sandslash and Alolan Sandshrew. I just like this guy. You know, I don't really have a lot of justifications. The Steel Ice typing is great. Don't get me wrong. But I just like it. It's just a good Pokemon, right? I just like it. That's all I can say, really. I'm just gonna keep saying that until I move on. I just like it. It's just a little guy that I like. And Nidorina's perfectly fine. I'm gonna rank these at the same time because I have basically the same feeling about both of them, which is that Nidoran. Both of the Nidorans are fine. They're creatures. They're little guys. I like them. Okay. The Nidorans feel like prototypical Pokemon. whenever I think of Pokemon, I think of Nidoran. Because it's just a little creature that's a little bit colorful and has some spikes on it, right? That's as Pokemon as you get. I don't know how you could get more Pokemon than a creature with spikes on it that's a different color than usual. So these little poisonous shrews are just, they're good. They're fine. They're not fantastic. They're not bad. They are perfectly average Pokemon. I think I feel the same about Nidorina and Nidorino. Like, pretty much to the T. They're just Pokemon, right? I like the horn that Nidorino's got. Nidorina has basically all the same design elements, but not the horn. They're like little dinosaur rats. Little dinosaur shrews. I like them. They're fine. This is where my opinions diverge. As much as I hate to say it, Nidoking is cooler than Nidoqueen. I really hate to say it. Like, because my opinions have been intertwined the whole line until you get to the end. Nidoqueen I want to like, but Nidoqueen's just both less usable and has a less interesting design. Nidoking is pretty usable. Both of them have the poison ground typing, which is abysmal, but also fun. You know, I like it. I like poison types. They're not my favorite type, but I like them, more or less. And Nidoking's just kind of, it's good. I still don't love it. It's not like one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, but it's up there. It's above average, right? It's above average. Yeah, Nidoqueen is, yeah, exactly. Nidoqueen is, we have Kangaskhan at home, right? It's just not my favorite Pokemon. That's really what it boils down to. Clefairy, fantastic. Clefairy, fantastic Pokemon. A tier, easy. I love Gen 4. I love the Clefairy minigame in the slots. Alright, take it easy, Ro. Honkshu well. I hope you get some me in there. Or maybe some Snork. But Clefairy, I like whenever it goes like in the minigame. Fantastic little creature. No notes. Not a one note. I like the moon motif too. I think it's kind of fucked up that because of Clefairy, Moonlight got changed to a fairy type, but Morning Sun stayed a normal type. What the hell, Game Freak? That's a side note though. That's not really directly related to Clefairy. Clefable, I think it's really weird that it learns soft-boiled, and I think it's just kind of a... Clefable looks tired. Clefable grew up a bit, and like the lines next to its eyes got bigger, and it lost its rosy cheeks, and it just looks like a tired Clefairy. It's like Clefairy after an 8-hour shift at Starbucks. It's just like, I helped so many people. I gave so many people coffees today, and I didn't get one. Like, you know, it's just not. It just looks like an older, more through with it Clefairy, and that's fine. I still like Clefable, not fantastic. I'm gonna make some enemies with this. Vulpix's bad. It's just not. It's cool. The tails are cool. I think it just doesn't do enough to be interesting. That being said, Alolan Vulpix, good. I think literally just changing the fur color to white and making it fluffier and like making the tails and hair out of snow, that does enough. That's enough to make it different. Maybe if the hair was wispy, like it was fire or something. I know they couldn't really do that in Gen 1. I don't love Vulpix. I like Alolan Vulpix a lot more than I like Vulpix, but nah. Ninetales though. Ninetales rocks. Ninetales is right there next to Alolan Vulpix. And Alolan Ninetales is in the A tier because Ninetales, elegant Pokemon, kicks ass, big fox dog thing. Very cool. Fucked over in the TCG. Also fucked up that they made you flip coins for it, but you had to get heads for the positive effects still. I know that's like just how the TCG works, But come on, it's Ninetales? And Alolan Ninetales, both in terms of usability and in terms of design, kick ass. Look at that wispy, look at the wispy tails. Look at the wispy tails on its hair and its tails. Fantastic. Look at the gradient as it goes from a dark blue to a white. Fantastic. And Aurora Veil is a great move. It's just reflecting light screen in the same turn if you got a Snow Setter. It's great in doubles. It's great in doubles with Abomasnow. That should be enough for you. Love it. One of the earliest viable ice types also, because ice type has just been fucked over repeatedly. Just cool. Jigglypuff, I think it's fine. I wish I liked Jigglypuff more. I know a lot of people love Jigglypuff. This pink puffball, very sweet. Not my favorite. It feels like it's trying too hard to be cute. It's a fine ball. Yeah, ball. It's just a ball. I like it. I like her in Smash. Jigglypuff in Smash Melee is pretty good. I love her. Fine. Jigglypuff's fine. I actually like Wigglytuff slightly more, but I think still C tier. I love the big fluffy bunny aesthetic, but it still just feels like it's trying to woo me. It feels like it's trying to entice me with its big ol' eyes. Like, you will love me. Fuck you, I will. Wigglytuff's fine. I like Wigglytuff about as much as I love Jigglypuff. Not much more to say. Hold on, I'm actively chapping my lips. Where's my fucking chapstick? I told them to leave a chapstick in my green room, and what do? They left the fucking green M&Ms in there. I guess I'm using Vaseline. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm chapping my lips doing this. With all the Germa... Am I doing a Germa voice? Guys, I'm not gonna do a Germa voice. Guys. Alright, Zubat. I want to feel strongly about Zubat. I feel like everybody either loves or hates Zubat. I just don't. I think it's cute. I have feelings about Crobat, and we'll get to them. I'm not going to jump around for all of these, but Zubat, I just don't feel strongly about. Golbat, I like because I like its big old funny tongue, and I like whenever it closes its mouth. Hold on. That's not what the fuck just happened. I was trying to open this Firefox window. Okay, well you guys saw it. That's Golbat with its mouth closed. I don't have anything else to say. That's just fantastic. I love that guy. All right, Oddish. What the hell were they thinking? It's the most boring plant possible. I like everything else in the line, but Oddish is boring. It's just nothing going for it. It's unusable. I couldn't even get it in the first game I played. It's just... It's fine. It's not even fine. It's bad. I don't like it. I like Gloom. Because Gloom is a dopey little guy, and I love its hair. Look at that guy. So sleepy, so dopey, so fantastic. And Vileplume, I actually also... Vileplume's fine. I don't hate Vileplume. Vileplume's fine. Also, I feel like Paris has a similar deal to Zubat. Sorry, I'm trying to get through these a little bit faster because otherwise I'll be here for years. What's up, Crafter? Paris. Damn. I kind of like Paris. I don't know if I really like Paris, though. I think Paris is something that I like. Actually, I like Paris. I like Paris quite a bit. Paris is, it's cute. I like the mushrooms. I like the big old bug eyes. It's like, it's kind of the unconventional cute that I feel like they were trying to kind of go for. Like, they were aiming for a little weird but very cute for Jigglypuff. And this guy's just a weird little creature, and I actually think it's quite cute. I don't think it's fantastic, though. See, Kay, we disagree. Vileplume's fine. Parasect I don't feel as strongly about. Parasect is just a big mushroom. It's fine. It's just a crab. I like it enough. I like Paris more. Venonat. Now, Venonat is a cool bug. A cool ball. It's an interesting bug. Yeah, it's B tier. It's an interesting bug. I like it a lot more than either of the other... Like, I think it's a more interesting design than either of the other two bugs we've seen so far. I don't like it quite as much as Weedle, but that's just because I like Weedle specifically a lot, like, for reasons other than its design. I think Venonat's a fuzzy little guy, and I would hold this ball. It's cool. Venonat's cool. Venomoth is less cool. Venomoth is just, we get back to the problem, it's just a bug. It's more interesting because it's got the cool bug eyes, and it's got the big old thing on its head, and it learns some cool moves, like it was one of the early users of Silverwind, which is cool, but I don't love it. I'm not crazy for it. Ooh, I don't know if I'm about to make enemies or not. I kind of don't like Diglett. I don't hate Diglett, but I don't really like Diglett or Dugtrio of any variety. It's okay. Right? It's fine. It's not even fine. It's just boring. It's boring, and also I hate Arena Trap so much. Arena Trap sucks, guys. Have you ever been in a cave with a Diglett with Arena Trap? It sucks. At least it only affects grounded enemies and doesn't affect ghost types in later generations, but just not good. Listen, I gotta put something in D and F tier, and I think Diglett's kind of perfect for D tier. It's just not good. I will say, I'm kind of partial to Wiglet and Wugtrio, but that's because they're fucking stupid. We'll get to them later. I like Weedle. I don't just love the nose. Like, Weedle also has a better version of the nose anyways. Look at that. The difference is night and day, people. I used to love Meowth quite a bit. And I still like Meowth. I don't love Meowth though. And I kind of... I almost want to say A tier for Galarian Meowth, just because it's a big old goober. It's a big old hairy guy. Honestly, I feel the same about all the Meowths. I like Galarian the most, I think. But all of them, I just kind of feel... I like them more than the average Pokemon, but not a ton. Gigantamax Meowth is fucking awful. I'm putting a lot of Gmax in there. Gigantamax Meowth is almost, it's almost funny, but then I just don't, it doesn't hit for me. It's just not, it doesn't go that far. Persian's fine. I like Persian. I actually used Persian in my, also in that, first Leaf Green run. And it was fine. I used it to grind so much money because I was like, I don't know how to get money, and I didn't know how the Versus Seeker worked. So I'd spam Payday on wild Pokemon with my like level 100 Persian. And just get decent money. A Lowland Persian? Big old goofy ass face. Love it. Love it. Fantastic. I love the big old goofy ass face. I would, you know, get here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fucking get you. You know? I'm just saying. Psyduck's great. Psyduck's one of my favorite Pokemon. It's not like actually one of my favorite Pokemon. It's one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Psyduck's just good. Persian is pretty good in Stadium Rentals. You're right. I don't think that pushes it out of C tier for me. But that being said, Psyduck, very good. Very cute Pokemon. I am a Psyduck Psychic type truther. Why the fuck isn't it a Psychic type? What the hell? Mushroom Crab in your fantasy setting? Hell yeah, do it to it. Mushroom Crabs are cool in concept. I just wish that Pokemon did them better. But, like, what the fucks? Why is Psyduck not Psychic type? It's just got a headache. Call it Headduck. Headduck is a good name! What the fuck? Game Freak. What the hell? What were they thinking? No, it's just a pure water type, and so is Golduck! The Golduck sucks! Golduck's a bad Pokemon. Cloud9's the only thing it's got going for it, and it's bad. The Psyduck's ability is better because at least Damp has a use. Cloud9 can be used to remove weather, but you know what else can be? Fucking anything, including other weather, which is what you want all the time anyways. Oh my god. No, they're both water type. They're both fucking water type. What the hell, Game Freak? Why? And Golduck sucks. Golduck's just bad. It's not an interesting Pokemon. It's not useful. It's just bad. I'm almost tempted to say F tier, but I just don't think it's worth it, right? It's not worth how upset I got for it. It's bad. It's just not interesting bad. It's just bad. I love Mankey. It's just a goofy little pig monkey. I think it's cute. I think Mankey's really cute, and that gets it a lot of sway for me. I want to give that Pokemon a little pat and a hug. I like the ball-shaped Pokemon. The ball-shaped, being ball-shaped, being round, just instantly gets you a few extra points with me. That's how Venonat got up here, and that's how Mankey got up here. And Primeape is basically the same Pokemon, but bigger and angrier. I think that's fine. I think the cuffs are one of the weird Gen 1 things where they put clothes on Pokemon, like kind of like Machoke's belt. Come on, let Machoke's dick swang around, Game Freak. They should have clothes on. God, don't mind me. I'm getting too goofy. But other than that, I think Primeape's just a pretty good Pokemon. It's above average design-wise. Is somewhat usable. In Gen 1, it's bad because there are no good fighting moves, and fighting types in general are just bad because Psychic was one of the biggest types. But from Gen 2 onwards, it gets better. And Anger Point, which it does eventually get, is a pretty good ability too, so. Especially with all the guaranteed crit moves you get later in later gens, Anger Point's actually becoming pretty viable, almost. Growlith's fine. Growlith's a dog. I like Growlithe, but I don't love Growlithe. I don't like Growlithe more than I like most Pokemon. UGK had a running joke where he would complain about Pokemon, but just by yelling ball. Ball! 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 That's so you. That's so you and K. Hold on, I'm gonna get fucking Vaseline on my cup. I like a Buppy. I love a Buppy. And you know what I think is a great Buppy? Hisuian Growlithe is a fantastic Buppy. It's goopy. It's just like it's got two double weaknesses, which sucks a little bit. But it's also just cute. Like, look at him. Look at him. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm scrolling down here. I gotta look at this. Ball, 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 ball. Round ball, ball. They are kind of ball. They're kind of balling down here. They got a ball in here in Gen 9. Ball. Okay, let's. This spoilers. We gotta go back up here. We got. Listen, we got another 4 hours of this at least. I'm not even done with Gen. I'm not even halfway through Gen 1. I don't think. Can I see how many I've sorted? That should be a feature. Arcanine I like. Arcanine I like a lot. And Hisui and Arcanine also I like a lot. They're both great Pokemon. Extreme Speed's a really cool signature. I get why it's not Stab. It makes sense. And I think that just like a big fucking dog is really cool. The fact that it's a big fucking dog just makes it better to me. I want a dog that I can hug with my whole ass body, and Arcanine's that. And Hisui and Arcanine's just kind of that, but slightly weird, slightly cooler. I like the smoke design. I like the like volcano smoke kind of deal it's got going on. Very cool. I also like the fight that you have in Legends Arceus. Very cool. I really want to like the Poliwag line. I think the Poliwag is interesting. I like the inspiration. I like the inspiration for Poliwag. Like, it's this tadpoles where you can see the whole guts through them, and the frogs that they evolve into, like metamorphize into. And I like the little tail, the little fin tail, very cute. It's a pretty cute Pokemon. It's not one of my favorite. Pretty cool. Now these two though, I just think they're not good, right? Like, they give them the Mickey Mouse gloves, which is another one of the weird clothes on Pokemon in Gen 1 thing. But just why? What? Why? Why did you do this? And you left it a tadpole whenever it evolved. Like, you have one of the only Pokemon that, or one of the only, you base it on one of the only animals that actually evolves at some point. No, hell no. I'm doing all of them. I can scroll. I've got so much scrolling power. Look at this. Oh, you can't see that I'm clicking down my mouse. I can scroll so fast. So fast. I'm so good at scrolling. Sorry if you get motion sick from computer screen, from web browser. Abra. Wow, I really don't have any strong feelings on Abra. I think C tier. It's fine. It's a cool Pokemon. I like Kadabra. And I don't have any strong feelings on Alakazam, again. Like, I think Kadabra's the coolest because it's standing up and doing a cool pose, and that's literally it. That's what it boils down to. But Abra's just not interesting. Alakazam's cool, but it just feels like it didn't really gain anything from Kadabra. Kadabra's standing up, it's got the cool tail, it loses the tail even. It's got the cool tail, it's still got the cool mustache, like the Fu Manchu stash. It's got the spoon and dynamic pose, everything. It's neat. It's interesting. And Mega Alakazam is actually very bad. It's literally competitively worse than Alakazam. And its design, while I get where they were going with it, like, oh yeah, turn like the kind of wizened big mustache guru into the big beard like mega guru, whatever. It doesn't do anything for me. I actually dislike it a lot more than I dislike anything else in the line, and that it's unfortunate, I think. Machop is just child? Maybe I should add a tier that's just like, why did you put a kid in the game? It's just a kid, right? He can punch, sure. But, you know, so can regular kids, right? I'm sitting at a fucking middle schooler. I'm sitting at a fucking kindergartner, honestly. Look at this thing. It's a buff kid, I guess. Machoke's cool. It's a lizard boy. It's a lizard man. Why has it got the belt and pants? Why do you put underwear on my fucking Pokemon? Let him freeball. But honestly, I like Machoke. Cool Pokemon, cool design. Machamp, what the hell were they doing? The arms were cool. Why give him a duck face? What's with the weird head things? What happened to his toes? He gained toes and then lost the toes again. What the fuck? Did one of the arms turn into the... Did the feet turn into one of the sets of arms and he grew new ones at the bottom? Why? What did you do? What had happened? It's just a weird duck, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it, and I don't like it. Yeah. And then... actually, I like Mega Machamp more. Like... I think the idea of like energy welling up in the hands is really cool. Like it's almost molten. The long face is weird. And getting the full pants is like, what? What? But I like it more than I like Machamp. I still don't like it as much as Machoke. I think Machoke is the best one in the line by like a significant margin. That's really all I have to say on that. And Bellsprout. I like Bellsprout. I think it's a cool little tiny pitcher. And I like that it runs around on its little roots. That's so cute. I don't really have anything super interesting to say about Bellsprout. It's just a guy. Big old DSLs. Big old DSLs, baby. But no, it's just, it's an interesting little plant. Who's Steve Jobs? And I think Weepinbell and Victreebel are perfectly serviceable, and I don't really have anything more to say about them. They are pitcher plants. For what it's worth, I like Weepinbell a little bit more than I like Victreebel. I like Bellsprout more than both of them, and they're not crazy. I'm not crazy about any of them. I don't know how I feel about Tentacool. I think Tentacool's fine. I think it's average. I think it's perfectly average. And honestly, I think the same about Tentacruel. I like in the anime where Tentacruel is fucking massive and there's like a kaiju Tentacruel. That's cool. I don't have any strong feelings. I think that the weird things on their head are cool. I like that they're squids or manowars, I guess. I don't know. I don't have any strong opinions. I like that they're poison water type. That's cool, I guess. I wish I liked them more. I think that they're Pokemon that I kind of could like more. I just haven't interacted with them a lot, so I don't have any strong feelings. Geodude's also fine. It's a rock. It's a rock with arms. It's serviceable. I like Alolan Geodude a little bit more. Actually, we'll get into the ones that I like significantly more later, but I do like Alolan Geodude a little bit more than I like Geodude. Graveler, I like more than Geodude. Graveler's a big boy. It's got the second arms. It's a crab, apparently. According to Too Many Types, it's a crab. But no, for real, I like Graveler a decent amount. And I like Alolan Graveler basically the same as I like Graveler. Cool, good Pokemon, right? Golem, I hate. What the hell happened? It grew an actual face. It like grew a face out of the rock and just became a completely different creature. I don't get it. And it's not an interesting creature either. It's a boring creature. It's like, hey, what if we stuck rocks in a lizard and then that was the end of it. It's round, it's an orb, that's cool, I guess. I don't like it. Alolan Golem. Very cool. I like Alolan Golem. It's got a railgun on his back. That's cool. I like it. Galvanize is a very cool ability. Galvanize Explosion is actually scary. Also, the fact that they made the arms and legs stubbier actually does contribute to the design, I think. The weird iron filing mustache and eyebrows is funny. I don't know that it contributes a lot to my enjoyment of the design. I still kind of don't like it as much as base Graveler, but I like it a lot more than base Golem and more than I think most Pokemon. Rapidash is boring. Rapidash is just kind of it's a horse. It's a fire horse. It's one of the Gen 1 designs where it's just, this is a Pokemon, this is an animal. This is an animal that's slightly magical. Railgrind? When are you adding Pokemon to Railgrind? Come on. Get on it, Kay. But yeah, it's just fine. And My Little Pony is fine too. I like the cotton candy design. I really like the colors. Like, cotton candy colors, very cool. I don't love it. And honestly, Rapidash is more of the same. I like it more than I like Ponyta. I like Rapidash more than I like Ponyta because it's got the unicorn horn. It's got more fiery mane going on, and it's got... I really like the fiery accents on its hooves, but it's still just a horse. What do you want from me? It's a horse. Oh, yes. Hold on. Where is it? I'm working on a retrospective video of my own right now. Yeah, I was, yeah, Rapidash is kind of boring. I think that I like Galarian Rapidash more than I like any of the other Ponyta line guys, but I still don't love it. It's just, it's more of the same. It's got long hair. It's got more, it's a more of a unicorn. It's got a bigger horn. Sure. The Psychic Fairy type is fine too. I'm kind of over fairy types in general. I like the fairy type, but the Pokemon that they just kind of keep cramming, like they could do a lot more on the mischief department with the fairy type, but instead they just keep cramming a bunch of cute Pokemon. All we got was pretty much Klefki. That's the only mischievous fairy type I can think of. Grimmsnarl kind of, but Grimmsnarl is just kind of like, they kind of just gave it the fairy type to make it the counterpart to Hatterene. I have complaints about the way the fairy type is being handled, but I will leave those on the table and talk about them later. Slowbros, bro. I love Slowbro. Slowbro's so cute. Look at him. He's dopey. I don't like him as much as Slowpoke, but I love Slowpoke. Or, I don't like him as much as Slowpoke, but I love Slowbro. Just sitting there like... Big boy. Big baby. I find it weird that they still insist that this is Shellder. I guess it evolved whenever it bit on. And that's fine. I think it'd be interesting if we got an evolution of Shellder that went in this direction. But that's really the only note I have. Mega Slowbro sucks. I don't know that it sucks that much, but it still sucks. It's just... Why did they do this to my boy? What happened? Why is it balancing on the tail? That's fine. It's actually cuter than if it were balancing on the thing, but why? Why? It's in a big-ass ice cream cone. What the hell's wrong with them? I love this boy, but you fucked him up. Why'd you do that? And Galarian Slowbro kicks ass. I love Galarian Slowbro. It's got a gun. He's just got a gun. Look at him. He's like, pew pew, you know? It's cool. I love him. I love Galarian Slowbro so much. Quick Draw's a cool ability. Sure, whatever. But honestly, just the design. Just, I like sprinkle a little bit of purple on it. Give him a blaster on his arm. It's cool. He's cool, right? I like him. What's the Magnemite's fine. Magnemite's I like Magnemite actually. Magnemite's a B tier. It's above average. I like that it's got magnets. I think it was stupid that Steel type didn't exist in Gen 1 and it was just an electric type. That's fine. I mean, that's not really a complaint on the Pokemon. More the fact that Steel type didn't exist yet. Magneton sucks though. Magneton's just not inspired. It's not good. I don't like the triple Pokemon. I'll make an exception for Dodrio because it kind of makes sense, but just Magneton. What were you thinking? Not good. Farfetch'd is a guy. I think average. I think Farfetch'd is an average guy. It's fine. I like it, but I don't like it, right? I like it enough. I don't think there's that many truly bad designs in Pokemon, so the C tier is filled with a lot of designs that I like, but not that much. Yeah, I mean, the Steel type kind of didn't exist yet, so it makes sense, but whatever. I understand why Magneton makes sense, and it's one of the more sensible ones of them. But I just don't like it. It's just 3 of them. Where'd the other 2 come from? It doesn't make sense. My brain hurts. Oh, hold on. I gotta take insulin. Look at this. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be back to screaming about Pokemon in just a second. And welcome. You're watching Disney Channel. Welcome back to Blur. I don't know why I said it like that. I would love a massive clump of Magnetons. If instead of Magnezone, it just evolved into like fucking 20 Magnemites all clumped together, that'd be awesome. I would appreciate them doubling down. I'd respect it. Let's get my hair back in here. My hair back under control. I would love that if they did that. But they didn't because they're cowards. Anyways, Farfetch'd is fine. And Galarian Farfetch'd, you'll be glad to know, is slightly better but still fine. I like that the leak is floppy. I think that's fun. I like that it's getting a big ass like onion. Very cool. We'll see how I like Sirfetch'd later. I almost said coffee. I love drink. I would prefer water actually right now. Dodu is also fine. Like, it's cool. I like the concept of a bird with 2 heads. It's fine. I think it's funny that it can learn fly. And I like Dodrio slightly more. It's the same kind of concept. And you know what? Seal and Dugong are just really boring. I like Seal and Dugong enough. They're like little puppy. They're seal. I like Seal more than Dugong. It's a little seal pup, but like they're both just kind of boring. They're one color, basically. Like, Dugong's just a more boring version because it doesn't have the puppy mouth, and it's not got a different color here. And it doesn't have the spout, the water spout tail. But even with those design elements, it's just like, this is just a creature that already exists, and you didn't even do anything interesting with it. I did think that was funny. I liked all the Miku collab ones, honestly. They were pretty good. I was surprised by some of them, honestly. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into them right now. Listen. I'll dress up as Miku for the Project Volt review stream. I've got a Miku costume over here in my closet. That's not a joke. I've got one because I'm going to a Miku concert and I'm wearing it. But I'll do that later. That's a tomorrow problem. No, wrong. But you're big wrong. Squiddles, you are wrong. Seal and Dugong are absolutely worse than Spheal and Walrein. Spheal has an Spheal may just be a ball, but it's a much more interesting design than Seal and Dugong. It's just I would like to say it's a difference of opinion, but you're wrong. It's just you're wrong. Anyways, Grimer. I like Grimer. I think Grimer kind of got fucked. Yeah, exactly what Kay is saying. I think Grimer got fucked over by the transition to 3D, and same with Muck. I like Grimer. I don't like Alolan Grimer, but don't worry, that turns around. I think the typing's cool, but I just don't like the design that much. It's just weird. I don't love it. I like my goopy boys. I like my stinky goopy boys, but just I don't think that I'm not crazy about it. Muck, on the other hand, I like Muck. I love Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck is a great Pokemon. It's absolutely it keeps all the garbage cheese that Muck has, which is kind of shitty. It's like, oh, evasion. Yeah, oh, I'm using minimize and curse. Oh, so original. But I do like it. I think Power of Alchemy is a really interesting ability, and I would like to see. I wish it were more viable in general, but Muck is very cool in both forms. But Alolan Muck, I think it was hurt by the fact that it was in 3D, but it's still really cool. Oh yeah, Squiddle, Spheal is better. Yes, you did the signs backwards. Yeah, okay. I'm glad to know I don't have to. I'm glad to know you're not my enemy forever. Shelter's cute, but Shelter's a clam. Like, and this is what good pussy smells like. They both smell like fish, am I right? God, good pussy does not smell like fish. Hey, if you... I'm not gonna do the speech I was about to do. But just, Cloyster's more interesting than Shelter, but I don't particularly love both of them. I like Cloyster, I don't love it. I am fine with Shelter. What? What? Oh, am I only allowed to talk about my own pussy on stream? Come on. Ghastly's a ball. I like it. It's got the little teeth. It's fine. It's fine. Look at him. I like the little teeth. I like any Pokemon that's got the little fangs, but that doesn't save it from being pretty boring. It's just a ghost. Haunter? I'm debating A tier. Yeah, Cloyster's actually pretty good in Gen 1, yeah. Cloyster's Gen 1 OU even. It's not a main pick. It's not one of the big three, but it is there. Like, if you really absolutely want to, you can technically replace a Tauros with a Cloyster, but why would you? Just get both on your team. Tauros, Snorlax, Chansey. Leave them there. Maybe add a Cloyster. What's up, Axel? I don't even remember Arven having a Cloyster, I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, Haunter's a cool Pokemon. I like Haunter. And Gengar, similarly cool. I like Gengar. I don't have anything more to say. I think Gengar's a cool Pokemon. I think Mega Gengar's fine. I like Mega Gengar Shiny a lot more than I like Gengar Shiny. Gengar has a boring Shiny. It's just a different purple. Mega Gengar Shiny is like white? That's cool. Like, it's a bit funky, right? I like it. What do you mean, how am I not done? I've only been doing this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna do this for like 20 years. I'm speeding up, don't worry. Gigantamax Gengar is actually one of my favorite Gigantamax designs. That doesn't mean that I like it. Actually, I do like it. It's cool, right? It's interesting. They did something different with it. I don't think it's top tier. I like it less than I like Honor, but I still like it a lot more than I like basically every other Gigantamax design we've seen so far. Cool stuff. Like that creature. That's a Pokemon that I like. Onix, you fucking suck. Onix sucks. I hate it. It's never been good. It's not a particularly interesting design. It's fine, whatever, but just, it's not good. I don't like it. It's bad. Stinky. Drowsy, similarly, I fucking hate this creature. It's stinky and creepy. And honestly, Hypno's in the exact same boat. I don't like either of these guys. I don't want to say more about Drowsy and Hypno. I just don't like them. I think they're kind of, the tapier design is cool enough, I guess, but then Hypno loses it. And then just like nothing else about either their design or their usage in game calls out to me. They're both just really boring to me. Like, that's it. It's a wild first boss. It doesn't even, in Gen 1, it doesn't even use any rock or earth type move or ground type moves. It just uses Bide. Which sucks. Okay, I think you could say that about any rock type Pokemon. I think Geodude plays a similar role to Onix. I think Geodude might actually be better than Onix as a thing. It is big. I disagree with you, I think, fundamentally. I think Onix is just, if Onix had better stats or a more interesting design, other than just a big rock snake, maybe. I don't hate it. No, I do hate it. I hate it. I don't like Onix. Onix is just bad. Drowsy and Hypno smell like not even good cheese. They smell like bad cheese. I'm out of cheese. I ate the last of my cheese with cheeseburgers tonight. I'm so sad. Maybe I can cut up a Drowsy or a Hypno and stick them on there. Probably wouldn't even taste good. Krabby. I like Krabby. I like Krabby. I like a crab. Crabs are cool. Crabs are some of my favorite creatures in real life. I like Krabby. It's just a crab though. It's kind of boring. And Kingler kind of doesn't deliver on the crab premise any more than Krabby already did. Literally, it's only getting points because it's a crab, and I like crabs a lot. Unfortunate that I'm biased in this way, but I am. Fucking Gigantamax Kingler sucks. Bad. Bad Pokemon. Bad design. Not useful. Bad. I think Voltorb is clever. I think it's a clever take on the Mimic. I don't like the design. I'll give it points for that. It's average. It's fine. It's a good Mimic. I like how fast it is. That's all I can really say about it. Hisuian Voltorb I like more than Voltorb, but not that much. It's fine. It's not even a Mimic in that game, so it's just like it loses a lot of its charm originally, but it does gain a lot of like charm in a different way, right? It goes from being interesting because it's a Mimic to being interesting because it's got a kind of cool design. Like, I like the woody bottom half. I like that it just kind of looks like an apricorn with eyebrows. It's goofy. I like it. I do like Amoonguss. Electrode's just bad. Electrode's just worse than Voltorb is the thing. It's the eyes are weird. It gets this weird fucking smile. I don't like it at all. Also, it's not even right side up. I know they flipped it upside down to make it more visually distinct, but that also means it's upside down whenever you find it. Weird little guy. I like Hisuian Electrode though, because its mouth goes like, it's funny. Also, I just can't, the wood design, the fact that it looks like an apricorn just makes it a lot more interesting to me. And yeah, male, the mushroom one is Amoonguss or Fungus. Both of them are mimics. But yeah, it's just, the whole line's just kind of mediocre. Speaking of mediocre lines, eggs and palm tree. I don't know what you want me to say about these. They are cool. I think that they're actually pretty unique designs is the thing. I just don't like either of them that much. Also, I think it's funny how in Gen 1, Execute has the one big egg in the middle. I think that's funny. Now, on the other hand, Alolan Executor is a pretty good Pokemon. Oh yeah, also I hate that they gave them Egg Bomb as their signature move and didn't even make it like a Psychic or Grass type. It's just, why? You didn't even give it to Chansey. Why? Why make it normal type? It's just bad. It's just a bad move. It's not even accurate. It's not high damage. It's not accurate. Just use Psychic. Just use Psychic. It's better. What? Come on, man. It's not a good move. That being said, Alolan Executor kicks ass. I like the big long neck. I like that it's huge and goofy and you don't even notice it's a Pokemon whenever you first encounter it. I think the dragon type's kind of weird, but I like it. I don't hate it, you know? And now they've had a lot of grass dragons in the past few gens, but it's still cool. Yeah, Kay, you got a pretty standard RBY team. Most people would probably switch Gengar for another Psychic type. Like Mewtwo's a popular one, or like something else with Stall, but other than that, that's a pretty standard like OU team. I love Cubone. Fantastic Pokemon. It's cute. I like the skull. It's nice. Thick Club is a bit busted, but still very cool. I just like it. I don't really have much more to say. I think it's an interesting Pokemon. I like its nubs. I like its ears. I think the whole its mother died and left it thing is kind of funny whenever you can breed that Pokemon. Gengar Explosion is pretty funny. But just like, it's fine. I like it. Marowak, I like less. I get why it evolves, but I think it really, I think the Lost Child motif actually does do a lot for the design. It makes it a lot more interesting. It loses it, and you lose a lot of the uniqueness that comes with it. Hold on, I'm popping a pill, and by pill I mean cough drop. I keep everything I keep in my lunchbox in pill containers because it makes sorting it easy. Now, Alolan Marowak, I fucking love. Actually, maybe even A tier. Alolan Marowak is just a really good Pokemon. I like the Ghost Fire type. It's very cool. Like a very cool typing, very cool Pokemon. And I think that like it was introduced in an interesting way. I really like the I forget the guy's name, the fire guy. I really like the introduction. I don't have any Hydrocodone. I've got Oxycontin over here though. Yeah, I'm taking my horse pills. Hitmonlee is cool. I like it. I like the legs. I like that it's just kind of a lump. I like the naming. It's neat. It's neat. Yeah, Ground Ghost would have been a fun type. Honestly, the only Ground Ghost types are like, wait, Runarugis is one now too, right? But I was thinking of the Gauntlet line, Gauntlet Gallark, which I don't love them that much. I'm still on Gen 1. It's been an hour and a half. Oh man, I need to get through these faster. I'm gonna be here so long. Be here so long, guys. Hitmonchan I like a lot less. It's not helped by the fact that in Gen 1 through 3, Gen 1 and 3 are the two generations that you're actually reasonably gonna have a Hitmonchan on your party. And all the punch moves in this generation, except for Mega Punch and Dynamic Punch, are special moves. Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch, which it learns in its level up moveset, are all special type, and it's got a shitty special. It's a fine Pokemon, but I'm infuriated by how useless it is. Oh yeah, Sandygast and Poltergast, right? I don't actually remember the name. No, it isn't. That's not the name, is it? What is, oh man, I forgot the name of a Pokemon. What the hell? Trying to ignore Mail's last chat message. Lickitung I don't like Lickitung enough to move it out of C tier, but I do like it. Goofy guy, big long tongue, funny Pokemon. I like the tails that go like... That's a cool tail design. But it's fine. Coughing is just an orb, and so is wheezing. I don't have anything against them. I don't dislike them, but I don't like them. They're pure poison type, which is kind of boring. Galarian Weezing is something I want to say I like more, but I don't. I wish I liked Galarian Weezing more. I think the top hats are funny. I think the fact that it's fairy type and it cleans up the poison is a neat concept. I just don't like it. Right? It doesn't spark joy. It's not like I don't go crazy for it. Why is Mega Kangaskhan before Kangaskhan on this list? I'm fixing that. Rhydon's just a Rhino. Or Rhyhorn. Rhydon is better, but I don't know if it's B tier better. You know what? Rhydon is a B tier. I like Rhydon. It's a cool Pokemon. It's one of the first Pokemon. It was one of the first Pokemon ever designed. It looks very cool. Oh yeah. No. If the coughing line looked more like kind of the coronaviruses that they were going for, very cool. Rhydon is dead. Woo! Yeah, we got him. God, I'll get to that in a second. Chansey I like. Chansey I like quite a bit. I like that it's in the Pokemon Centers. I like that it's got an egg. It's fun. It is a classic in Gen 1 OU. But I still like it. It's fun. Tangela is fine. I want to like Tangela. I think Tangela's cute. I think Tangela could be cute. I think Tangela's cute, but I don't... Whenever I see it, I don't go, oh, that's cute, right? It's just another ball. It's covered in vines. It's not particularly useful. It's got shoes, which, what the hell? Why? I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Tangela. I think I feel neutrally about Tangela. Kangaskhan, though, I fucking love. I love Kangaskhan. A tier. Kangaskhan's... I like the little baby poking out its pouch. I like that it's big old stompers. It's one of the only, like, I don't know. It's one of the only normal, like, creatures in Gen 1 that I actually think they did in an interesting way. Because they didn't just make it a kangaroo, but it's just a kangaroo, right? It's a kangaroo, except it stands up It's more bipedal. It's got less of the hoppers. And it's just big and chunky. I like Kangaskhan. Beautiful. Mega Kangaskhan, why? I don't hate Mega Kangaskhan. I think Mega Kangaskhan is a cute idea. Parental Bond sucks so hard. It's too good. Power Up Punch with Parental Bond? What the hell? You punch twice. That's the ORAS XYOU was full of Mega Kang doing Parental Bond Power Up Punch, and it goes pam pow, and both of them hit you, and then it gets +2 attack. Also, why is the baby grows up and then gets back in the pouch afterward? How does that work? What the hell? It's just 2 Pokemon at that point. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. Horsey, I fucking hate. I don't actually... The Too Many Types run did irreparable damage to Horsey in my brain. I ran into Horsey so many times. I counted. Horsey was over 40% of my encounters in that game. I can't take that much Horsey. I can't take that much. In my brain, it hurts. Too much Horsey. Too much. But Seadra's cool. I like Seadra. Seadra's like fine. It's a cool enough Pokemon. Goldeen sucks though. Goldeen, Kingdra's awful. Goldeen, fine. It's just a goldfish with a horn. Whatever. It's water type. Seadra? Did I say Kingdra? What am I saying? Seaking. I fucking did Seadra and Kingdra. Seaking sucks. Seaking sucks so bad. The design is uninteresting. They almost... If they just done a normal big koi... Welcome back, Crafter. If they just done a normal big koi, I would have liked Seaking more. But they didn't. It's big and goofy and I want to like it, but it's just got too much going on and no, I don't like any of it. It's just like too much. I kind of get dizzy looking at it. I like Staryu well enough. And I like Starmie slightly more than Staryu. I like that the gym gets bigger. I like how fast it is. It's quite useful. It's quite a good Pokemon in Gen 3. But it doesn't really... It doesn't spark that much joy. I don't go like, man, I wish I had a Starmie, right? Yeah, Seaking is ugly, not in the fun way. That's exactly right, Squiddles. Man, if I edit this video, I'm gonna have to do a lot of back and forth. I made this video specifically to edit it. I don't usually do that with streams. I usually just go, oh, that was a good stream, and then go back and edit it. I'm going back and editing this one. Scyther's cool. I really like Scyther a lot. Scyther's one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon for a reason. It's very cool. It's got the badass sides right in the name. It's one of the coolest bugs. I like it. A tier. I like any Pokemon that can harm me. I like anything that's sharp. I think you'll notice on the Smasher Pass, I basically smashed every sharp Pokemon. Jinx, I just don't like Jinx. I don't hate Jinx, but I don't like Jinx. It's weird. I kind of get the inspiration, but I don't like anything about it. Spoiler alert, I hate Smoochum too. Alright, take it easy, K. Do you want me to ping you when I get to Gen 4? But just Jinx is not interesting. And I feel like Jinx was almost made to be part of a trio with these two guys too. Which I like more. Elec and Magmar, both fine. I don't have anything against them. I'm trying to think of anything more strong to say about them, but I just don't, I don't know. No worries. Okay. Pinsir, though. I don't quite like as much as Scyther, but I like it a lot. The Gen 1 bugs, some of them had strong designs. There were a lot of Gen 1 bugs, actually. Some of them had strong designs. I think Pinsir was one of them. I like the big things on its head. I wish the mouth thing was something more interesting. Oh yeah, of course Weavile's high tier. Have you met me? Weavile's kick ass. Mega Pinsir? Like it about as much. I forget what his ability is. I remember its ability being good. I like the fact that its wings unfurl and it gets a new type. It's fine. I like it. I like it a bit more than Pinsir, I think. It's still got the weird mouth thing going on. That's fine. Who doesn't love Tauros? And honestly, that goes for literally every Tauros. They're all the same Pokemon. Like, the design's slightly different, but they're all the same. Alright? It's Tauros. It's a classic, the classic bull Pokemon. Big, beefy boy. Big mane. What's not to love? It is a basic design, but it's got the tails. It's got like the cat o' nine tails for a tail. It's got like kind of, I don't know, this je ne sais quoi about it. It's a big beefy boy, and I love my big beefy boys. Magikarp. I love Magikarp. Just a guy. And Gyarados too. Like, Gyarados is fine. Gyarados sucks in Gen 1. Gyarados really kind of didn't come into its own until Gen 3 with Intimidate, and then even more in Gen 4 whenever it got access to this, like, physical water type moves. But I still like it. Mega Gyarados I don't like. Water Dark, what were they thinking? It's okay. It's not awful, but it's not good. Not even average, really. Here, I'm taking this off. Oh. There's a lot of talking, man. Folding up my legs again. Lapras? Kick ass. I like Lapras. Lapras is a cool Pokemon. I would ride a Lapras. It's a big old Plesiosaur, which is interesting. It's got a big old shell too, which is not something normal Plesiosaurs have. It is the iconic Surf Pokemon. Iconography does not count for nothing. It's pretty good. Mega Lapras Y. Or, Gmax Lapras Y. Ditto can be whatever you want, baby. Which means it's perfectly average in every way. Imposter made it better. Transform kind of sucks. It's okay. Its really only utility is as a counter sweep tool for if you know you're gonna let somebody set up. And it's just, yeah. Crawdon's better though. Crawdon's just more interesting than Gmax or Mega Gyarados. I do like Eevee. Eevee is also overrated, but I like Eevee. It's a cute little creature. Little bunny dog fox thing. I like it. And that more or less goes for its Gmax form. It's big and fluffy, and I do like big and fluffy. So I can't really complain that much. I don't think it's better than Eevee, but I don't think it's worse. It's just kind of Eevee. I'm kidding. No, I just like Vaporeon. Vaporeon is a cool Pokemon. And so is Jolteon. Flareon is not. I'm sorry, Flareon. It's not got any utility. It's not really an interesting design. I wish I liked it more. It's basically the only evolution I don't like. I'm sorry, Flareon. Don't worry. I'm sure that nobody else likes Flareon. I won't receive any hate for that opinion. I like Porygon too. Porygon's cool. Not Porygon 2, but I like Porygon as well. I don't hate Flareon, I just don't like Flareon. But Porygon's cool. Porygon is one of the only Pokemon that can learn Tri-Attack in Gen 1, and the only one that can actually use it well. I think Conversion's a weird gimmick. And Porygon 2 is just a much better Pokemon, but I do like Porygon. It's an interesting concept, and I think probably the most interesting Gen 1 normal type. Yeah, Jolteon's cool. I like Jolteon. Jolteon's up here. Porygon is not a fucking NFT. If you put that shit on my boy, I'll cry and push him up a tier. Omanite has the meme value and nothing else. I like it. It's cute. Look at those eyes. But Omastar isn't. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Kabuto and Kabutops, I like them both. They're cool. They're interesting. I like the rock water typing that both of these have is fine. A lot of the fossil Pokemon are rock water types. Whatever. I'm not going to complain too much about that. I like the scythes. I like scythes on any Pokemon. Look at that. I like any Pokemon, or I like any creature with obscured, like, an obscured face and the glowy eyes poking through. That's basically the only saving grace Tangela has, is kind of that vibe, but I just like them. They're both cool. Aerodactyl I like too. The best fossil Pokemon in Gen 1. Very head and tails above the rest. Not enough to get it up to A tier, but very good. Kind of held back by the fact that it has really garbage moves in the generation that it was introduced. Like, it doesn't even get Rock Slide? What the hell? It doesn't get Rock Slide till like Gen 4, I don't think. Just bad. And Mega Aerodactyl's just, it's fine. It's more Aerodactyl. I don't like it that much. Snorlax though. Snorlax is a sleepy boy. I would hang out and snuggle with a Snorlax. Hold it like a big pillow. You know, I'd pretend this is a Snorlax. This is what I'd do with the Snorlax. Oh my god, this has been blocking the vent the whole time, hasn't it? That's why it's been so fucking hot in here. It's not because I'm wearing this, but it's also because I'm wearing this. Let's get this shower. Give me a second. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, Snorlax, cool. Gmax Snorlax? Actually, I like Gmax Snorlax quite a bit. Not quite as much as regular Snorlax, but I like the idea that it got big and grew a whole fucking island on it. That's cool. Are you saying Infernape can't learn Drain Punch? I'll assume that's what you mean. I like Articuno. I like both Articunos quite a bit. They're my favorite of the legendary birds. They're so pretty. Look at them. I like the psychic type on this Articuno. I like both of their, the crystal motifs. Just very cool. Start to finish. Nothing to complain about there. Zapdos I like too. Not quite as much as Articuno, but I like it. And Galarian Zapdos, I like quite a bit, but in a different way. I really like the Galarian legendary bird designs. I think they're an interesting take on the birds. Very cool. No complaints. Moltres, I like not that much. Galarian Moltres, I like slightly more. I think it's a pretty good take on a Phoenix, but not much more than that. The Galarian one is it's kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked up and evil. I like that. I like a bad girl, you know. That's really all I have to say. The birds, all of them are pretty good. A Dratini. Dratini. And Dragonair is just bigger Dratini. I like them both. They're my little worm dragons. I would hold one like a snake. They're my favorite Gen 1 snakes. That's really, I mean, I like them. They're both cool. I kind of wish they kept it up whenever they evolved into Dragonite, which I don't like that much. It's big and goofy, which I like independently, but as a member of its evolutionary family, I think it really loses a lot. Like, if it just stayed a noodle, that would have been cooler. But it just kind of went in a complete, it took a 180 really, and I just don't like it that much. Mewtwo's fine. A lot of people really like Mewtwo. I'm indifferent to all the Mewtwo's. I liked whenever people were passing around Mega Mewtwo at Y and going, "Oh, it's Mew3! Oh!" That was funny. Because the amount of Mewtwo rumors that have happened over the years is astounding, but Mewtwo's fine. It's fine. It's cool. The tail's weird. I like kind of what it's got going for it. It's okay. It's an okay Pokemon. I like Mew more. It's a kitty. It's it's got a bit of fetus energy going, which is a bit weird, but it's also just a kitty. I like it. Not much more to say. A quite likable pink kitty. The shiny is cool. I like blue shinies of pink Pokemon. That's it. I'm going to take a break between Gen 1 and Gen 2. Swap out my headphones, change clothes a little bit. By that, let me take off the Kiku. And I'll see you guys in a second. Toodaloo. And we're back. Thank you guys for sticking around. We finished the second biggest generation. In the generation I think I have the most thoughts about. That's actually the biggest if you include all the regional variants and such. So I'm excited to kind of get into the rest of it. Starting with Gen 2. And some of the most starters in my opinion. The Chikorita line. In which I think Chikorita and Meganium are both fine. They're beans, and they've got nothing crazy going for them. Bayleaf is interesting. I like the little sprouts it's got along its neck. I like the leaf with it looks sharp almost with a little bite taken out of it. It just looks like a lot more. It looks like a lot more interesting, a lot more cool than Meganium does, I think. And I think a lot of people share that opinion that that Bayleaf is the best from this whole line, which is cool. Cyndaquil was your partner in Red Rescue Team? Cool. I can't remember what my partner was. Hold on, I can boot up my 3DS. I don't know where my 3DS is. I think it's in my bag. I won't. Also, I was playing Blue Rescue Team. I think it might have just been Pikachu. I think I was Cubone. I don't remember. I might have restarted since then too. Whatever. Not important. Cyndaquil, great Pokemon. Cyndaquil's a great Pokemon. I love Cyndaquil. It's one of my favorite starters. It's so simple. It's just a little hedgehog with fire on its back. My favorite little porcupine. My friend had one that he called Sonic back in the day, and I thought that was cute. And I didn't name mine Sonic. I named mine nothing because I didn't name Pokemon back then. I named my Pokemon in my first game and then didn't name them again for the rest until I got to like Gen 7 when I started naming them all again. That's really it. That's all my opinions. I love this little guy. He was my starter in Heart Gold. I liked it. Quilava is also pretty fun. I don't like it that much though. I think it's fine. It's definitely the weakest out of this whole line, but Typhlosion is back to being cool. It really got fucked in 3D where until the latest games it didn't have its fire out all the time, so it's just less interesting. It didn't get dynamic poses. It's just it was boring until recently, but now it's got its fire back. It has a little bit of fire all the time, and whenever it attacks it gets a big fire. That's cool. What? It's just Emma? Wait, is Emma here? I do not see Emma here. Oh, you're saying because Hisuian Typhlosion. Yes, it's Emma. It's also my favorite, I think my favorite Pokemon in Legends Arceus. Sorry, I legitimately didn't even process that until I got back down there. Yeah, Hisuian Typhlosion kicks ass. Purple Flames, bedroom eyes. This Pokemon looks like it wants to fuck. And you know what? I'd fuck that Pokemon. I would not fuck that Pokemon. But I think it's really cool, is the idea. I shouldn't be allowed to talk. Emma's at work? Okay. Here, I'm just gonna put in self-promo. Emma, I created Typhlosion A tier. There we go. We got that out of the way. Totodile. Totodile's cool. I love little crocodile boys. It would eat my furniture. What do you mean? There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. No, Joker. No. Joker, you can't.
There's no laws against the Pokemon. I have this Lopunny right here.
I'm not. I would not fuck the Pokemon unless I were also a Pokemon. Then it'd be okay. I need to stop digging this hole deeper. Croconaw kind of shitty. I don't like Croconaw. It's got its big old egg diaper. What the hell? Like, what's wrong with it? But then Feraligatr is cool again. Its name is weird. Its name is goofy. What's with the middle evolutions and just being different in this generation? I don't get it. And that's it. Sentret is fine. I don't like Sentret that much. I love Furret though. Furret is actually A tier. Sentret is just like a weird little, I mean, it's a weasel, I think. I think it's cute, but then Furret is a big ass cute ferret and I want to hug it and hold it, and she is perfect to me. I love her, and the shiny is beautiful and pink. I love pink shinies. I love pink Pokemon. Hoothoot's cute. It's kind of boring. It's just like normal flying type. It's the nighttime normal flying type too, which is fine. But then Noctowl I don't like. Noctowl just kind of, it gets more intense, but it also just turns into a regular owl. It loses its hopping on one foot thing. It loses its weird little clock hand eyebrows. It loses its big red eyes. It just turns into an owl, like a regular owl. It had something interesting going, and then it gave it up to become normal. It's like how whenever we all cut our hair and go to our day jobs whenever we graduate from college. It graduated from college. It cut its hair and it started working as like a fucking fridge technician. I don't know. That's a boring job. My job. It started working as a software engineer. Just nothing going. I'm about to be mean. Ladybug and Ladian are useless. My opinion of them is very colored by the fact that they're just not good. Like, their designs are fine. I think they're cute, but they're just bad. They're like bad. They're like some of the worst Pokemon. Like, what's worse? Sunkern? Sunkern's at least really cute. These guys, I wish they were better, because I kind of... You didn't know Charmander had a middle evolution? I'm gonna let that slide, Mail. You don't understand Pokemon. You don't understand the intricacies. I wish I liked the Ladybug line. But Ladybug's just kind of boring, and Ladian is bad. And honestly, the same with Spinarak and Ariados, except they get more credit because they're spiders, which are cool, but they're bad Pokemon. Like, that's kind of one of the things in Gen 2, is a lot of the Pokemon are just bad. Like, not good, like, just awful. Terrible, bad Pokemon. And that's sad. That's sad to see. You hate to see it. It's so sad. Sunkern is edible. I would eat a Sunkern. Crobat, fantastic Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 2. I love Crobat. It's my favorite Pokemon in the whole Zubat line. Like, heads and shoulders above Golbat even, and I like Golbat a decent amount. I'll do the Pokemon edibility tier list right after you watch the Brian David Gilbert video. It's okay. None of us are smart cookies because none of us are cookies. Anything is edible if you eat it. You know what? Sure, every Pokemon is S tier edibility. If you can't eat it as it is, you can eat it when it's an egg. Okay, let's move on. I love... How much do I love Chinchou? I like Chinchou. I love Chinchou and Lantern. Volt Absorb is maybe not a great ability for it, but it's still cool. I honestly really like it because it adds diversity into my electric type team, or my water type teams. It adds like an electric type, which is, there are not that many water electric types, especially not in Gen 2. Delicious Arceus. I love the taste of God in the morning. But yeah, Lantern, very cool Pokemon. I like Lanternfish. I like the idea of a kind of a football fish Pokemon not being that scary. They're just kind of cute. Chinchou is a precious little baby, and Lantern's a big huggable doofus. And I love them for it. Great Pokemon. Fantastic Pokemon. Pichu's great. It's just cute. I like it slightly less than Pikachu, but it's still very cute. I watched the Pichu Brothers anime special on the Pokemon channel at my friend's house. That's all I have to say. I like Pichu. I think it's weird that they introduced breeding and also held item baby Pokemon in the same generation. They could have just made it so that any breeding at all made a Pichu. I don't get it. But whatever. Cleffa's a baby. Cleffa's a little baby, and I love the babies. Except for Igglybuff. Igglybuff is fine, but the eyes scare me. Igglybuff scares me, and I kind of don't like it. I don't want to rate it high because it like stares into my soul, and also it's high. Maybe I should take an edible or something for this stream. Like this video if you think I should take an edible. Yeah, I have a spiky ear Pichu on my copy of Heart Gold, which is I think in a bacon Band-Aid container over there. I used to carry all my DS. I had a Band-Aid container, a tin, a bacon themed Band-Aid tin that I emptied all the Band-Aids out of and carried my DS games in because it was just wide enough to fit 2 in them whenever I was a kid. Very cool. I still got it. Let's see. Here we go. My original copy of Pokemon Heart Gold. Cleffa does look edible. Cleffa looks like you could just kind of like a Germa moment. But Heart Gold, very cool. I've also got my Animal Crossing Wild World in Platinum. My Dragon Quest, is this 9 or Rocket Slime? This is 9, Dragon Quest 9. Super Scribblenauts, not the original. I've got the original somewhere. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. The Assassin's Creed DS game, actually a pretty good platformer. Not an Assassin's Creed game, really. Other than, like, the characters and stuff. Just lots of cool stuff. I've also got my, Action Replay. Oh no, sorry. If you want ancient technology, here's my Game Boy Color and copy of Pokemon Blue. I took the batteries out so they wouldn't corrode. Oh my god, it's stuck. You can tell it's worn to shit because I've had it forever. This Game Boy Color has also been modified slightly. Here, hold on. I drilled out holes there because forever ago I had a battery pack that mounted into this that I just stuck in. I've lost the battery pack, so I don't have that anymore. Wait, what's in the Altoids tin? Sorry, apparently I've got I've got one game segregated from the rest in an Altoids tin instead of the bacon bandages, and it's Pokemon Rangers Guardian Signs, and I know why it's segregated actually, so I'm gonna leave it there. I've also got all my... Man, I've got all my Hellmail Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. I've actually got... This isn't my Game Boy Advance. This is my sister-in-law's Game Boy Advance. With an unmarked game cartridge in it. I was given this whenever she decided she didn't want it anymore. But I've got my own. It's actually over there right now. But it's a red Game Boy Advance SP. I've got the classics, like the video. Base is loaded. That's not mine. Hold on. Oh man, the Game Boy, the original Game Boy 4-in-1 Fun Pack, one of the first games I ever played, because we got it at a yard sale, and Rampage 2 Universal Tour. Man, this is a walk through memory lane. We've got the Jungle Book game, Hard, Impossible, the Ants game, Bugs Bunny, Crazy Castle 2. I need to stop doing this. I'm just gonna do this forever. Oh yeah, we've got my... Hold on. I also, for some reason, stuck my Animation Con badge in here. And if I was beating the furry allegations before, I don't think I am now. That was, to be fair, that was one of only 2 con badge designs they had, and the other one had, like, some, like, 2-year-old anime girl on it, and I didn't want the fucking actual baby on my badge. So. Alright, back in the game. Togepi is a baby. I love Togepi. Togepi is classic. I loved whenever Misty had a Togepi. Togepi was one of the first Pokemon that was introduced outside of its original gen, because Togepi was introduced in Gen 1 in the anime. It wasn't until Gen 3 that we started introducing Pokemon in games before their original gen, but Gen 1 in the anime is still very cool. Togepi is a cool Pokemon. Togetic is fine. I don't love Togetic. Natu and Xatu. Natu's fine. It's just a ball. I like the color scheme a lot, but I don't like the design at all, so it kind of balances out to being a fine Pokemon. Xatu, on the other hand, I like it. Not a lot, but I like it. I like the totem pole design. I like the colors. The wings being straight down is cool. I like in the 3D games where it would open up the wings and like show the totem prints on the inside whenever it was attacking. Very cool. I think the Gen 3 sprites were the best for Xatu, but all of them are pretty good. And it made the transition into 3D pretty seamlessly, I think. I think that's one of the best Pokemon that the 3D, like the 3D transition was nicest to Xatu, I think, among all Pokemon. And Mareep. Mareep's a baby. What, does Kay not like Xatu? Y'all gotta be specific. We're like half a minute behind on chat, so y'all gotta be specific about your beef. Mareep's great. Mareep's a sheep. I love Mareep. I love my electric sheep. Isaac Asimov rolling in his grave. Because it turns out, no, it's not the androids that dream of it. It's fucking me. I go to sleep and I'm like, Mareep. Because this is a baby. Precious baby. Would hold. I'm sorry, Flaffy. I love you. I don't love you. Flaffy, you're the weird middle child. Because Ampharos is cool again. It's a different kind of cool. But Kay loves Natu and Xatu. I love Xatu. I just think Natu's fine. I don't hate Natu. I just like Natu and love Xatu. I think Kay would understand. Ampharos is cool. I like, really my biggest thing about Ampharos is I like that Jasmine has an Ampharos. I like that it was plot relevant. I like Pokemon that are plot relevant. In general, I like it. I like the idea of short-haired sheep. That's actually pretty cool. And it's a cool electric type. It's kind of just a creature. It stands on 2 legs now, which is weird, but it's also just like a weird creature. Very pear-shaped. I like the pear-shaped Pokemon. If you can't tell by like every bipedal Pokemon in here, well, not all of them. Some of them are hunks, but most of the bipedal Pokemon I've gotten the higher tiers are very pear-shaped. I just like the shape. You want the $500 Marie plush? Mega Ampharos? Actually, one of the Megas I like more. I like it less than Ampharos, but still quite a bit. I love its hair. I wish my hair flowed in the wind like that. I wish my tail were that bushy. You went to check mail? But you just look down and go, okay, yeah, makes sense. Good stuff. Yeah, okay. I don't like Blossom. I think Blossom's fine. I like Blossom more than I like Oddish. Where'd I put Oddish? Oddish is in D tier, right? Oh yeah, I did put Oddish in D tier. Yeah, I like Blossom more than Oddish. But I don't love Blossom. I feel like it breaks from the theme of the family, and I don't think it's particularly interesting. I think it's a pretty boring flower girl. Oh, you're right, Crafter. I'm a fool. Hold on. Is it actually? It is Philip K. Dick, damn. What did Isaac Asimov do? iRobot. And a bunch of other similar stuff. I love Meryl. I love Meryl so much. Meryl's an A tier, so is Azumarill. I love these guys. Fantastic Pokemon. And Gen 3 was so nice to them. And Gen 6 was so nice to them. They got huge power, which is big boy. I love huge power Azumarill. I love it's got its little water pants. It's got the little wave design with the water droplets above it. Very cool. I like the way that it's shaped. I like it's a bunny. Very cool. And whenever it got the fairy type, it became even better because it got access to Play Rough, which is a fantastic move. Aside from the accuracy, I wish there were accurate physical fairy type moves, but that's besides the point. Sudowoodo is interesting. I like Sudowoodo. I like that it's not grass type. I think it's funny every time somebody goes, "Why isn't it grass type?" It's literally a fake tree. I know everybody said that by this point, but it's still, I think that it's funny that people actually got by it. I like it. I think that it's, yeah, 2 hours so far. I think that it's cool that it's obviously not an actual tree, but it still looks like a tree. I've literally just, I sippy on my water. This is my second glass of drink during this stream. I'm keeping hydrated, don't worry. And Politoed is a good Pokemon. I don't know if it's A tier. It's pretty good though. I like it more. I like it about as much as Poliwag. I think it's a really interesting evolution. I think it makes sense that they took the Poliwag. I think it makes sense that they took a tadpole and evolved it. Sudowoodo is a rock that looks like a tree. That's literally it. Like, they took the metamorphosis that happens to the actual tadpole in real life and turned it into a frog. And they brought a lot of the design elements forward with them. It's cool. It's interesting. I also like that it gets Drizzle. That's really good. Drizzle's a great ability. Fantastic. Hoppip. I like Hoppip, but I don't know that I like it enough to put it in a B tier. It's a baby. I love these. They're babies, but they're not babies that make me go, oh my gosh. Jumpluff, I fucking love them. Jumpluff is fantastic. I want to pat Jumpluff on the head and have its little leaves go like, psh, and then tell it it's all right. Um, it's so round. It's 4 whole round boys, but in one boy. I like it. Aipom, I don't like Aipom. Aipom's kind of creepy. It's not good. It's kind of creepy. The tail's weird. I just don't like it. Sunkern is useless, but cute. It's only regular cute. I think it's about as cute as Hoppip, but it's got the worst stats in the game. Unless you're using it in the Pokeathlon, in which case it has perfectly balanced stats and is one of the few Pokemon that is quite easy to max out all the stats on, the other being Ditto. All I'm saying is if you want a Pokeathlon champion, maybe consider a Sunkern. Sunflora, I think, is an interesting design, but otherwise fine. Oh god, the Aipom and the Detective Pikachu movie are actually fucking terrifying. Just, no thank you. I'm good. You know? I'm good. Right? That's all I'm saying. Yawn my balls! Ow. I like Yanma. Dragonfly. I love Wooper. I love all Woopers. We quagging? We out here quagging? I love Quagsire too. I love these guys. This whole line, fantastic, beautiful, perfect in every way. I would pet them. I would hold them. I would give them treats. I would put them in a little bucket and go, I love you. They're like if a cat was a mudfish, and I love them, and they're so precious. I don't have anything to say. I could gush about them forever, just going, oh my gosh, I love them so much. But I'm not going to, because you agree. He's out here quagging. It's fantastic. Look at them. They're like fantastic little creatures. Love them. Umbreon, my baby boy. I love Umbreon. I love Umbreon so much. I'm moving Slowpokes up here. Slowpoke's slightly better. I'm not ranking among them, but I might sort out the S tier at the end. Umbreon's beautiful. Perfect. Beautiful baby boy. I love Umbreon. There's nothing wrong with Umbreon. It is a dog, but it's got enough interesting going on to make it cool. It's got the ears that stick up. It's got the tails that stick up. It's got the rings. It's black. It's cool. Also, Umbi carries. Umbreon is a fantastic Pokemon for stall. It's actually quite useful competitively. The fact that it had such an important role with Espeon in Pokemon Coliseum, it really solidifies its place in my heart. I love Umbreon. Who up quagging they sire right now? She quag on my sire. She quag on my sire till I whoop. Anyways, that's Umbreon. Murkrow sucks. I just accidentally dragged. I guess I'm ranking Gramble a bit early. Murkrow's not good. I'm putting you back over here. Slowking's fine. I actually don't love Slowking that much. I think its collar's weird, and I don't like it. And I like Galarian Slowking even less. I know it's probably weird to see me put something in the Slowpoke line in C tier, but I don't like it. Like, it's kind of gross. I want to like it more. That's the thing. I do. I really do. I like Slowking enough. I don't love it, but I like it enough. I think the hat's cool. The collar is kind of goofy, but I like it more or less. I love Slowbro. Slowbro keeps up the energy that I really like. The dopey energy that Slowpoke has. That's one of my favorite things about it. Slowbro keeps that spirit up. That's why I like Slowbro. That's why it's in A tier. Slowking kind of loses that energy. Galarian Slowking completely forgoes that energy, and that's part of why I don't like it. It just turns into a bit of a creep. Not good. Mischievous, cool Pokemon. but not very good. Useless competitively. Maybe I put it in B tier? I'll put it in B tier. Useless competitively, I really like the design. I really like that I added a new ghost type. Can't even get it in Johto. It's a Johto Pokemon. You don't even get it until post game. You have to go to Kanto to get it. You not only do you have to go to Kanto, you have to beat all the Kanto gyms because it's only available in Mount Silver for some fucking reason. Like, what? Why would you add a Pokemon to a region, not give the ghost type gym leader that you just added that Pokemon, and then proceed to lock that really bad, by the way, Pokemon to the end of the game? At least make it legendary at that point. But no, they just they hate it. Unknown is fine. Unknown is, I like the gimmick, but I like that they introduced forms specifically for Unknown, but I don't love it. That being said, Wobbuffet I love. Wobbuffet's cool. Wobbuffet's a cool Pokemon. Its gimmick is annoying as hell, and the fact that it introduced infinite battles. Listen, Funbro is fun, but you have to actively work to get Funbro. Wobbuffet actually has such low stats that with leftovers, before they changed the way that recoil works for struggle, you can just battle forever. If your last two Pokemon are Wobbuffet, it is possible to be locked into an eternal battle and never be able to escape. It is the closest thing to hell that man has created, and I don't like it. You have to turn off your game if you get locked into a 1v1 with a Wobbuffet in Gen 2. Oh, Funbro is a Slowbro whose whole gimmick is healing the opponent and then recycling Leppa berries to keep its own PP high. So the opponent can never die, and you never die, and nobody runs out of PP. It just sucks. It's infinite. It's a very intentional hell. Wobbuffet is an unintentional hell. That's the difference. You're being punished if you go up against a Funbro. If you get Wobbuffet 1v1, you are just suffering. What's up, Citrus? How you doing? Girafarig's cool. I like giraffes. I like Girafarig. Interesting Pokemon. Not super useful. I like for a giraffe quite a bit, actually. But Girafarig's fine. Funbro is explicitly banned in basically every competitive scene, including VGC. Yeah, I was talking about Funbro, Citrus. But yeah, no, Funbro is banned. Pony? What pony? How far ahead are you? You're just saying pony? I was just on... Oh, Girafarig? Pony? It's a giraffe. I think Pineco is fine, but I like Fortress. It's cool. I like setting up spikes and being a general menace. Why do you keep saying that's Funbro, Citrus? What does it mean? Dunsparce, baby, precious, sweet, cute. I love a Tsuchinoko. That's a Tsuchinoko, baby. And Gligar is a similar situation. I love Gligar. It's a cute Pokemon. It's interesting. It's got a lot going for it. I like that it's basically only got the two colors with a little bit of accent in the white and the red and for the mouth. It's got the cute fangs that I love. It's a little tiny, like, flying scorpion thing. It's cute. It's got a lot going for it, in my opinion. Very cool. Very cool Pokemon. Let's see. We got Steelix. Steelix, a lot better than Onix. I'll put it in B tier even. It's cool. I like the steel typing. They didn't add enough steel types to the generation they added steel in, which is Gen 2. So the fact that Onix evolved into Steelix, got a steel typing, very cool. Steel Ground, maybe not a fantastic type, but it's nice enough. It's nice that Onix actually got a somewhat usable cousin. And by cousin, I mean it became somewhat usable in Steelix. One of the earliest instances of being able to catch a trade-only evolution, because you can catch it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I think. Or no, you can catch it in Diamond and Pearl even. Yeah, Steelix is probably the most improved later gen evolution, and that's saying a lot because there's a lot of them. Mega Steelix is cool. Actually, Mega Steelix is cool. I don't know that I love it. I like that it harkens back to like the Crystal Onyx with the crystals floating around it. I don't like anything else about its design. It's just a bit extra. It doesn't gain anything from its Mega except for some stats, which it doesn't really need. It actually... Alright, take it easy, Squiddles. It actually gains speed, which harms it in the end. It's just not... It's not consistent, it's not great. I think it's fine. You can use Mega Steelix, but I'd rather just use Steelix. And here we go, finally getting the Snubbull. You are perfectly fine, and so is Gramble. I've got nothing against you, but I don't love you. Wow, B is the biggest tier so far. Kind of think C would be, but whatever. Yeah, they're just dogs. They're bulldogs. They benefited from getting the fairy type later on, but there's still nothing fantastic. And Qwilfish, I feel the exact same way about. It's a blowfish and not a particularly interesting one. It's not particularly useful and it's not particularly well designed. It's cool, I like it, not that much. Scizor, I love. Basically as much as Scyther. It's not the same, but it's cool. I like the pincers. I don't like it quite as much as Scyther, but it's pretty close. I like the red, I like the pincers. It's one of the only evolutions that has the exact same... I think it's the only evolution, actually, that has the exact same base stat total as its pre-evolution. And it's the reason that Scyther is banned from Little Cup. Do I know every Pokemon? I mean, pretty much, yeah. 11 and a 9 on their tails? What are you talking about? Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Game Freak hit 9/11 in their games. Qwilfish did 9/11. I can't say that on YouTube. I'm gonna get fucking demonetized. What am I saying? I'm not monetized to begin with. I can say whatever I want. Mega Scizor sucks. It's bad. It's worse than Scizor. It looks bad. It's not interesting. Shuckle's fine. I like Shuckle. I like that it's the first, in one generation only, you can make berry juice by putting a berry in its hand and waiting. After battle, it gets a berry juice sometimes. Berry juice is a fine item. It's only good early game. Heracross kicks ass. Heracross is a very good Pokemon. One of my favorite bug types. I like it almost as much as Scyther, and even more than every other bug type in this tier. That's all I have to say on it. It's very cool. Male is a mod. Mega Heracross is fine. I don't like it as much as Heracross, but it is actually a useful Mega. It benefits from the Mega Evolution. I just don't think the design is as good as regular Heracross. I think the bug fighting type's cool. Citrus Male's been here for like a while. I trust him, that's why he's mod. I love you, but I have not known you as long. Sneasel is fine. I like Sneasel. The poison fighting type's interesting, but I think it's the same. I like Sneasel. And Teddiursa is a precious baby. Look at him. I like the moon on head. I like everything else. Ursaring is worse, but still very cool. I find it weird that there's no real, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of its dex entries talk about honey and stuff, but it doesn't really get anything from, like, honey or whatever. There's no like honey themed moves or anything it gets. It's just weird. Does it get honey? I don't think it gets honey gather because it's not a bee. Just weird how often it talks about honey. I think it's cute though. A very cute Pokemon, and I love Slugma. Who's Steve Jobs? And Magcargo was fine. I like Slugma more. Hold on, I've got something to show you. Let's see if I can find this. I saw this years ago. Not years ago, a year ago, so there's a good chance I cannot find it. I know I liked it though. A lot of cute Slugma art on Tumblr. Not the specific one that I'm looking for, though. Where is it? Where is my cute Slugma art? That's not Slugma. See, the reason I'm not showing me scrolling through this is because a lot of bots like to get on Tumblr and then add porn to random tags. And I don't want to show that on stream. Slowpoke beat out Slugma in a hole. That makes sense. Can I search through my liked posts? Live Slugma reaction. That's funny. I'm not gonna scroll too much longer. Okay, I'm just going to my liked posts. Let's see those. Here, we get to just... you get to look through my likes with me. A lot. It's mostly Pokemon, actually. Shrimp, H-Bomber Guy, Pokemon, Bug Fables, Pokemon. Oh, you guys... Oh, I didn't actually put this on the same page. Hold on. How do I put this on this page? Okay, here we go. Look at this cool Digimon. Gundramon. Love Gundramon. I know I'm not showing it. I figured that out. Don't worry, I figured it out. Pokemon. Crow. Press crow to crow. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Kitty. Shrimp. Pokemon. Look at baby, Chin's baby. Cat walking around. Ferret, but long. Come on, Pokemon. Here it is. This is why I love a Slugma. Baby. Look at this baby-ass baby. I love this guy. 1 second. Let's change back. Press Crow is so good. Swinub's fantastic! I love Swinub. And Piloswine's fine. If you have an issue with that, talk to my lawyer. Because you're going to jail. I don't know, man. Corsola is cool. And Galarian Corsola is... Where did Galarian Corsola go? Here it is. It's not an F tier, you suck. Galarian Corsola is very cool. Armory, it's fine. And Octillery is Drum roll, please. Also fine. Octazooka is a bad move. Actually, Octillery is bad. I don't know why it evolves from Remoraid. It's the bad poke. Did I? No, I put it in. No, Swino's B tier. I don't think it's quite A tier. I like it a lot. I don't think it's B tier. I don't think it's A tier. But I don't like Octillery that much. I really liked this beta design. Whenever it looked more like a tank, had the helmet on, liked it a lot more. It had a lot more thematic ties to Remoraid, but just as it is now, a lot less interesting. Delibird's bad. Don't like the design. Don't like anything about it. Mantine is cool. I like the idea of it always having like a Remoraid with it. Very cool. I mean, harkens back to, wouldn't you know, the Remora. Crazy. Except it's not a shark in this instance, it's a ray, which is cool. But I like Mantine. It's an interesting Pokemon, but I don't like it that much. I like it pretty much about normal. Yeah, Mail, I get the thematic tie. I'm saying that the thematic tie would be more obvious if it used the beta designs instead of their current designs, where there's no real thematic tie between Remoraid and Octillery. Originally, there was more of a thematic tie. But before the game even came out, they removed the gun theming from Remoraid and the tank theming from Octillery, and now they're just two. You got a fish and an octopus. They just don't make sense together. It's fine. Skarmory's really cool. I'd even go A tier. I like it a lot. It's quite a cool Pokemon. I like the steel flying typing. I have a tendency to favor Bulkymons in general, but Skarmory's just really cool. I like using it in-game, and I like the way it looks. It's sharp and it could hurt me, and that's very cool. Oh man, we're blazing through these, huh? Speaking of blazes, Houndour. Pretty average. I like the Buppy. I like Houndoom though. Houndoom is a very cool Buppy. Big Buppy. Very cool. I do agree with the Corviknight better. I like Skarmory and Corviknight both quite a bit. My Scarlet and Violet team included a fighting terror type body press Corviknight, so I quite like Corviknight. Mega Houndour sucks though. I don't like it. It looks bad. It's fine. Kingdra, cool. I like that it gets the dragon type. I like that it's like just kind of a cooler. It almost goes towards a sea dragon, like a little bit, but it's still a dragon horse. I almost said dragon horse. It's still a seahorse, but it kind of ventures a little bit into the sea dragon territory. And whenever we get to Skrelp, we'll see more of that. And I actually really like the Skrelp line because of that. Really interesting animal, like in real life, that turns perfectly into a Pokemon. Peeps, actually, I think Peep wants to come in, so hold on. Peeper is asleep right now. Nope, she's asleep. I'm not waking her up. Sorry. I'm sorry to get everyone's hopes up. I'm not gonna wake her up just to show her on screen on stream. That seems mean. I want her to be comfy and cozy, and she's my little precious baby. Look at this though. She's a burger. Okay, let's get back in the game. Phanpy, precious. I think not particularly precious, but still cool. Actually, I like Phanpy. Phanpy's cool. I like Phanpy. I would pet a Phanpy. I would hold a Phanpy. I love Phanpy. Donphan is average though. Perfectly normal. Porygon 2, very good. I like Porygon 2 a lot. It's an excellent Bolt Beam user. Tri-Attack's great. It's very bulky. It's good at setting up. It is a defensive masterclass, especially after Eviolite got added, because Porygon Z was in at that point. So you can just throw Eviolite on a Porygon 2, and it just tanks everything, especially special defensively, but it doesn't even have bad defense. Just a very good Pokemon defensively. Holds up very well. Magnifique. Stantler is fine. I don't actually like Stantler. Stantler's kind of bad. It's just a deer. I love deer, but it's just a deer. It's not even a particularly interesting looking deer. It's a reindeer, actually. It's a caribou. It's a bad looking caribou. I don't love it. Why would you say that about Porygon? Smeargle is really cool. It fucked up competitive. Competitive has been ruined forever by the existence of Smeargle, because whenever you can learn any move, turns out you can do a lot of really weird cheese. Smeargle's kind of fucked up. That being said, I love it. Also, Moody. It gets Moody as an ability, which is banned, like, outright in pretty much every non-VGC format. In, like, every Smogon format, every Pokemon Showdown format, and every Locals format, like, that's not run by TPCI, banned. Outright banned. Tyrogue sucks. Tyrogue's a bad Pokemon. You didn't have to add a baby Pokemon, and Hitmontop is just bad, too. Hitmontop gets the move Triple Kick, which sucks. Even if all three connect, it's bad base power. Plus, it has a decent chance to miss on all three. It can miss the first one, even. It's just not good. I wish it was better, because I think the idea of having, like, a third Hitmon is cool, but... nah. Just not good. Are you asking why Tyrogue has a bubble butt? Because I'm not answering that question. And Smoochum is god-awful. I hate it. It's a weird little creepy little baby. Ugh. Gross. Elekid and Magby are both very cute. I like them. I like them more than their respective evolutions. Like their first level evolutions. I like them both about the same amount though. I think the Plughead's really cool, and I think Magby's a cute little fire duck. Both pretty high tier in my book. The deer. Stantler. Where's Stantler? Oh wait, I put Stantler in bad. That's a tail, I think. I think it's just got a weird ass tail. Miltank. It's... I have mixed feelings about Miltank. Part of my mixed feelings are because of Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Hey, what's up, Kay? I don't know why they gotta give the Pokemon titties. Citrus, you'll be happy to know that Furret is an A tier. Alright, Blissey. Quick round. I don't like Blissey that much. Blissey has a lot of HP and a fuck ton of special defense. Dear God, why did they need to give it so much special defense? It's still got no defense, so it's still useless against attacks. But if you've got a special attacker, it walls in, honestly, unfun amount. Oh, don't worry. Crobat? We got you. Crobat is in A tier, because Crobat's a cool Pokemon. I love Crobat. It's not one of my favorite Pokemon ever, but it's a very good Pokemon. Well, hey, Citrus, got good taste. All of the legendary dogs are cool. I think Raikou's pretty cool. I think Entei is slightly more cool than Raikou, and I think Suicune is more cool than all the rest of them. There's a reason that Yusin was hunting down Suicune, and it's because Suicune was the coolest. I love water types, I love big hair, just beautiful little guy. Mwah, magnifique. Okay, let's explain all of those. Larvitar? Cute. Actually pretty good if you got it early game somehow. It has a decent moveset. It goes well. Pupitar sucks. It's not bad, but it sucks compared to the rest of the line. Tyranitar, very cool. Really weak to fighting, which was introduced in this gen and became, or not introduced in this gen. Dark was introduced in this gen, given to this guy, really weak to fighting, which was buffed majorly in this gen. So, not actually that good in his first generation, but once it gets Sandstream, it becomes significantly better in Gen... it becomes especially good in Gen 4, but Gen 3 it's still pretty good. All around, good stuff, especially since for a while, weather lasted forever. Awesome stuff. Mega Tyranitar sucks. I hate it. If you have a problem with that, bite me. Lugia is fine. I don't actually like Lugia or Ho-Oh that much. Lugia and Ho-Oh are both fine. I like Ho-Oh slightly more for what it's worth. I don't understand. I understand why Lugia isn't water type, but I wish it were water type. I still wouldn't like it that much. I think they're both just weird, big, legendary birds that don't really do that much. Shadow Lugia kind of tips the tails a little bit. It's kind of cool, but I don't like it that much. I could probably be convinced to move Lugia up to B tier, but what do you say, Lugia? I'm gonna hawk a Lugia. But Ho-Oh is also... Ho-Oh, I like it better. Base, like not considering Shadow, because I like Sacred Fire is a very good move, and I like its battle theme in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Celebi's cool. You know what? B tier. I like Celebi. Grass Psychic's a cool type. I don't generally go crazy for mythicals, but it's fine. It's cool. And that's Gen 2. Ooh, let's take a breather. Take it all in. I'm gonna take a sip of water before I go on. Guys, we're nearly 3 hours in. I just finished Generation 2, which I think might be the smallest generation. No, second smallest after Gen 6, right? Celo B tier. Look at all these. These are all the Pokemon we gotta do left. I might split this into multiple streams. Ooh. If it's worth anything, Gen 3 is the one I have the least opinions about. And I'm going to explain my opinions the least. Okay. Are you guys ready? Let's go ahead. I think I'm going to do Gen 3 and then wrap up for tonight. And Kay, I'll invite you next time I do the Gen 4 one. I'm actually going to... Why is this full screen? I see Rain World memes and Dreams and memes. Munsty Hunter. I'm just looking at Discord now. Hold on, Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Gen 3. Trico's fine. I don't have any strong opinions about it. I like its little leaf in its mouth, but that's about it. The Explorers game give me opinions. I actually want you guys' opinions. I think probably A tier, but I don't know. What do I put Grovyle in? I think Grovyle's A tier. Grovyle's A tier. He's seen the Wawa. Zeraora is your favorite Pokemon of all time? Zeraora is like the worst furry bait Pokemon they've added. Like, K's in the Discord server. K just joined the Discord server. Zeraora is just uninteresting, I think. Plasma Fist, not even a good move. Uninteresting. The Mega's bad for Sceptile too. I like Grovyle because of Explorers. That's the reason that I like Grovyle more than the rest of them. That's it. Hey, do you want to know how I feel about this whole line? It is entirely average, including the Mega. I like the Chick. I like Torch Chick more than the rest. It is a standout among the line, but not a standout in general. Yeah, Zeraora. I kind of agree with you, Kay. Zeraora is not great. I think I like this. I like to pick this line whenever I play Gen 3 because I like to name them KFC. That is it. That's it. I like, it's fine. I like them enough. Okay, now we get to the only one that I love. Only first tier that I love. I love Mudkip. Who'd have thunk it? It's a water type. I love water types. It's a baby. I love cute things. And also, it was huge on the internet for a while. I like chicks, yeah. My guy, I'm Pan. I ain't. Yeah, you can't skip the Kip. That being said, the rest of the line is fine. Except for Mega Swampert, which sucks. Uchina gets bonus points for being pubby, and a cute pubby. Mightyena is a less interesting pubby. It's just a baby. I like dogs, man. And this is, I think I like it about as much as Growlithe, actually, but I think Growlithe's also B tier. I'm upgrading Growlithe. I like these guys. I like the puppies. You know, I can't lie to myself. Even though they're just basic ass dogs, basic ass dogs, I like them, you know? And Zigzagoon? It's pretty okay. It's cute. I think the Galarian version is cuter. It's goofy. It's a goofy little guy. Linoon, I am less interested in both versions. I actually did like the Galarian version less than the standard version. So I don't know. I don't have any strong opinions on them really, except for that I don't like this one that much. Wurmple. I like Wurmple. I don't like literally any of the rest of the line. I think Silcoon and Cascoon are basic and boring. I think they're actually below average. I think Beautifly is worse than Butterfree in its boringness, and I think Dustox is okay. Like, Beautifly is just worse than Butterfree. I like Wurmple, though. I like Wurmple quite a bit. Speaking of lines I like quite a bit, I like the whole Lotad line. Lotad is cool. Lombre is fine. Ludicolo is cool. I like Ludicolo specifically a lot because of Mirror B from Colosseum. Lotad's a cute little guy. I like the lily pad hat. I like how it evolves. I think Lombre is kind of the least interesting in the line because it doesn't really gain that much. And I think the red kind of detracts from the overall like design, but I still like it. Also, Rain Dish really plays into my rain teams that I tried to run in Gen 3, which I weren't super successful, but I had fun with it, you know? George Lotad? Is that a George Lopez joke? Mere B-side. I considered playing through the entirety of Celeste or Pac-Man World 2 again on stream tonight, but I decided not to in the end. You know? I don't like C-Dot. C-Dot's bad, just bad. Nuzleaf is fine. And then Shiftry is also fine. I just really don't like C-Dot. Pac-Man World 2! I can't steal every fucking Simple Flips joke. These birds are... I like the birds they're based on. I don't love, Tailo and Swellow. Pac-Man World 2 is great. I think the first thing I uploaded to Blur Streams was one of my playthroughs of Pac-Man World 2. That's when I started, playing my games. I started uploading my VODs to YouTube. Which I now do for everything. Like, I have them autosaved on here and I've got them backed up. But Swellow, Taylor, they're fine. Wingull? It's fine. I like it, and I like Pelipper a lot. Having Drizzle makes it cool to me. And I also just really like Pelicans. It's got a big old mouth. It can scoop up a fish. It learns a decent amount of moves. I can use Scald on it, which is one of the worst things that's happened to competitive, but it still gets Scald, so sure. I like Pelipper. Ooh, I'm gonna make enemies with this one. I think this whole line is fine. I don't like Routes, or Kirlia, or Gardevoir, or Mega Gardevoir, or Gallade very much. I think they are all perfectly fine Pokemon. I don't have anything to say. Yeah, Scald's a good move because it's got high base damage. It's got a chance to burn. It's so good, and it thaws you if you attack with it. Scald and Freeze Dry are busted, man. I don't think Gardevoir is even a good mommy. No hips. It's got all the cast forms in here. I'm gonna rate them all the same, by the way. A for Hold on. Hell yeah. Alright, back here. Masquerade's just fine. I don't like it that much. It's not worse than Surskit, really. I think design-wise, honestly, it's fine. But I don't love it. It doesn't do anything for me. I wish I liked it more because I love Surskit. Surskit's such a cutie. Look at this baby. But honestly, the Pokemon that have the little blushy cheeks, that increases its rating for me a little bit. Okay, here we go. Some of my biggest opinions on Gen 3. I think Shroomish is cute, but ultimately not that interesting. And I think Breloom is pretty cool. I like the fighting grass type. It's interesting. I like that it gets Spore. That's pretty good. I don't have any other opinions beyond that. It's fine. I love this line. These are all B tiers. I wish Truant did something on the turns you weren't moving, or something. Like, if you couldn't move every other turn, but you had like a defense boost or something, so you are losing a turn, you are giving your enemy the chance to set up and like basically stall infinitely with Protect, but you get something out of it. It's strictly a debuff, and that's kind of my issue with it. It's too much of a debuff to warrant, like, even with the big stats aren't enough, right? The big stats are huge, but they're not enough. If it was like leftovers, maybe that'd be fine, like a bit of healing at the end of each turn. I wish slacking was just any good. It's almost good. It's borderline good. I'm reminded of the Slowking slacking in Colosseum, where Evis fucking removes Truant and goes ham. And that's the only time I've ever cared about a slacking. Norman's slacking sucks. It's bad. It hits hard every other turn. If you have Protect, you win that. He does get the funny haha Hyper Beam and Giga Impact. But the thing is, those moves are bad for a reason, and it's cause you lose the extra turn. Unfortunately, putting them on a Pokemon that already loses the extra turn doesn't actually make them better, because you lose the turn, whether or not. Like, you might as well use them, I guess, but it's still bad. You're still losing every other turn. That's the thing. Like, it's... losing a turn is just such a huge thing in Pokemon. Like, doubling into a Protectmon can lose you a whole game in VGC, in doubles. That's how bad losing a turn is. It's just... no, it's bad. Nincada's fine. Ninjask is cool. Shedinja is... I don't know if it's quite as cool. I really like the Wonder Guard gimmick, but I actually don't like Shedinja's design that much. Oh yeah, I kind of like the Gen 1 Hyper Beam mechanics, where if you KO, you get to keep your turn. But that would kind of enable that. The reason they nerfed that is because it enables kind of a momentum sweep that is unfun to play against, and it sucks. I get it. I don't care about the Whismur line. I almost love Shedinja's design. I like Shedinja's design, and is almost usable. But unfortunately, like, its weaknesses are just too prevalent in basically every format. Literally every kind of debuff or entry hazard, it gets rid of it instantly. You could talk me up. I think you've talked me up to a B tier. Shedinja's cool, I guess. I don't love it. I love it. I don't love it though. I like Ninjask more. I just think a speed boost is really cool, and I like that it's one of the fast. I think it actually might literally be the fastest Pokemon. Hold on. Sorry. It is the second fastest Pokemon, behind Deoxys Speed Form. I like a fast Pokemon, you know? Makuhita. I like Makuhita enough, I guess. I don't like Hariyama. I like Azurill. It's weird that it's normal type, but it's cute. I like it. Regieleki has not entered the chat. Regieleki will not enter the chat until the next stream, at least. That's so many generations after now. Like, you see that? It's like down here. It's not even faster than Ninjask.
Well, let's see. How far do you have to go to get to Regieleki? Wait, hold on. Is this not up to date? Oh, this is the XY Pokedex. Hold on. I want the Gen 9 Pokedex, Cerebi. Here we go. Oh. Okay, it's the third fastest Pokemon after Regieleki and Deoxys. My bad. Yeah, you're right, K and Crafter. I was looking at the wrong Cerebi page. Regieleki and Deoxys Speed are both faster than Ninjask. I wish Regigigas was useful. Regigigas is also one that the ability is just so fucking bad. Nosepass is fine. I actually don't dislike Nosepass, but I don't love Nosepass. The nose is interesting. I like it as a compass, but the overall design isn't that good. It's reminiscent of like both, like I said, a compass and like the like Easter Island like heads, the Maui, but not the Maui, the Moe. The Maui. Wrong word. Skitty and Delkitty are fine. Normalize was almost a good ability. I wish it was better. Nosepass is a magnetic rock. It's a hunk of magnetite with a nose. Oh, are you playing Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, Crafter? God, I love those. I also love a good Gimmickmon. Did we just get to Moye? Sableye, baby! I don't care about Sableye. My only experience with Sableye really is Wonder Eye in Gen 4 online. I think Prankster's a good ability. I don't know why it has Stall. Stall's bad. And Mega Sableye is slightly worse than Sableye. I don't care that much. I like Mawile. I don't think Sableye's creepy. I just think it's a little gremlin. I don't like it that much. Mawile is cool. I like Mawile. I think it's justified that it got the fairy type. I think that's actually cool. One of the cooler fairy decisions they made. But, still... yeah. I like Mawile. She's powerful and beautiful. I don't like Mega Mawile. It's weird. The two mouths are just too much, man. And also they're like actual... like, this is not a real mouth. These are like actual mouths. It's weird. Steel Fairy's good though. Steel Fairy's good. We got that, what, the Clef Key too? I also just don't have any strong opinions on the Aron line. Gen 3, I told you, man. Gen 3 is not... I don't have strong opinions. I don't even... Mega Aggron, I don't even have strong opinions on. It's just... Aron, Laren, Aggron, Mega Aggron, all perfectly neutral about. It's cool. I like steel types, I guess, but... you know, I kind of do... I see it. I don't love it. I really like Mawile's base design. It's cute, but threatening, right? I don't know. Meditate's a weird diaper baby. Medicham got that DSL though. Hey, am I right? You can download a photo on that connection. And Pure Power is just really good. I actually don't like the design as much, but I like the ability and the utility that it gets from that. Actually, it has pure power normally, doesn't it? I still think it's C tier. It's fine. How do I feel about Electric? I think it's fine. Electric dog thing. I don't particularly want to pet that puppy. And Manectric is, I feel, pretty much the exact same. It's like got the Watchdog vibes going for it. It's got a decent speed and high spatak because there's a Gen 3 Mon, but I'm not crazy. Mega Manectric, on the other hand, what the fuck happened? What happened to you, man? Just no. No, bad Pokemon. Big lightning bolt. Goofy, bad, ungood. No. Don't like it. Minun. I want to like them more, but they fucked up. This is their first time trying to make a real proper Pikachu clone, and they did a bad job. They made 2 useless Pokemon with abilities that are only even decent in doubles, and they nerfed them because of it. It's just not good. I don't like it. Just no. Bad Pokemon, pretty cute, but not as cute as basically every other Pikachu clone. So I'm, comparing them to their peers, and their peers are all cuter and all more useful. Pikachu, even without a light ball, is more useful than these guys, even in doubles. That's the thing. Just, I'm sorry, but Plusle and Minun, not good Pokemon. I wish they were better. Speaking of, Volbeat and Illumise, Tail Glow is the only thing they have going for them. Their designs are kind of goofy, but not really interesting. Roserade, I like the red and blue rose on it. I like that its eyes are closed. It looks very elegant. Grass poison type, not uncommon, especially not in Gen 1. This is Gen 3 though. We've had a bit of time. There haven't really been any new grass poison types since then, so I kind of forgive it for that. It gets a decent moveset, not great stats, but on its own, it's a cute Pokemon with a decent amount of utility. In Sunny Day, it's actually not a bad Pokemon. It's one of the more usable Pokemon in Gen 3. A lot of Pokemon in Gen 3 that have gimmicks that make them unusable. That's the thing. Like, either they just have bad stats and their gimmicks don't contribute to their battle viability, or their battle gimmick is just not good, like Plusle and Minun. Or like the move gimmick, the move Illuminate gimmick on these guys. Compound Eyes or Illuminate's the best thing they got going for them too, like with Tail Glow, and I still don't think that's good enough. Like, I'd rather just use a Spore Breloom. Who's Steve Jobs? And Swalow's just less interesting. Gulpin's cute. Swallow is bigger, purpler Gulpin. Why did he get purple? Why he Urple? What? Why he Orple? I don't get it. I like the mustache, but that's the only feature I like. He lost his little head thingy, which I quite liked the head thingy. He turned purple, which I quite liked the green. I like that I don't think every poison type needs to be purple. And I think that's something that up to this point they were pretty guilty of. Like, so many poison types are just purple. Aside from the grass poison types specifically. And even them, they were sometimes purple. Just nothing going for it, really. Carvanha, I don't like. I think it's over-designed for a first evolution. I think first evolution should generally be pretty simple. I think it's got way too many sharp edges and spikes, teeth jutting out. This, it looks like a standalone Pokemon in my opinion. It's cool, but it doesn't fit. I don't feel like it fits the role that it should. I don't know. Sharpedo, on the other hand, I quite like Sharpedo. Speed Boost, still a fantastic ability, even on a different Pokemon. Sharpedo's much frailer. It's got the Dark type, which makes it weak to fighting, and, like, that's huge. Like, there's fighting everywhere by Gen 3. It's just not super huge, but I like the design. I like its usability. I used it in my Ultra Moon run, and that was pretty good. Just, overall, thumbs up from me. I like Sharpedo. I don't like Mega Sharpedo. I don't have any reason for disliking it. It's just the design just seems too much. It circled back around. It went from cool to it's kind of like a battleship now, I think, but it went from like a torpedo to a battleship, and it kind of lost a lot in that transition. I wish it were good. I want to like it, but what's going on with it, man? What the hell? What's wrong with it? Wilmer's kind of creepy. It's round. It's a ball. It's fine, I guess. I don't like it. And Wailord's pretty much the same boat. It's an eclair. It's a blue eclair. Long boy filled with cream. Also, it is impossibly, like, what's the opposite of dense? It would collapse. It would float up into space and then collapse in on its own weight. It's just not on its own weight, like under the air pressure. It wouldn't even float up to space because it just collapsed. There's not enough outward pressure, I don't think. It's just bad Pokemon, poorly designed. No, you made fun of me? What? I don't care, make fun of me. What's up, Zong? How you doing? I'm probably not gonna get to Bronzong. I might do Gen 4. I don't know how I'm feeling. Numel. Lemon. I like Numel. Numel's cute. I like my little teddy camel. Ground fire type is interesting. Numel seems like a good pet. Honestly, that's the reason I'm ranking it high, is because it seems like it'd be a good pet. It's fine otherwise. Wait, did I do Torkoal? Where's Torkoal? Wait, hold on. Am I missing something? Hold on. Oh, literally right there. I was like, Torkoal's right after these guys, right? And I just didn't see it. Okay. Why is Duraludon... What is Duraludon a first for? Camerupt's fine. I don't have a problem with Camerupt. Actually, I like Eruption on it, but it's fine. And Mega Camerupt, I don't like, following the trend of me not loving Megas. I think it's a bit over-designed. I like the lava coming from it, but I don't know. It never clicked for me. Torkoal, I actually quite like. I like a turtle. I like a tortoise. I like the fact that it's not literally just a turtle that is water type. I like that it's got the same kind of volcano on the back thing going for it. Not related to these guys. Weird that it's there, but I'm fine with that. White smoke's good, and it learns eruption, which can actually make it a decent threat. Also, it gets drought. Drought eruption's pretty good. First two-stage pseudo and first non-pseudo to become a pseudo in the next gen. They're so... You could... Okay. Are we just doing 600 BST pseudo? Or is that the pseudo BST? I don't even remember. Whatever. I'm not gonna deal with this. Spoink. If it stops bouncing, it dies, and that's fucking hardcore. Grumpig. If it stops bouncing, it makes Borat jokes, and that's fucking stupid. I like Spoink. It's cute. I don't like Grumpig. It's not very cute. Spinda is cute and has nothing else going for it. I really like Spinda in my Too Many Types run. Whenever you give it new types that aren't normal and moves that aren't Teeter Dance, it's pretty good. Teeter Dance is mean and competitive, is mean in doubles, and otherwise kind of shitty. Like, man. I don't know. It's fine. Trapinch. I love Trapinch. I love... Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta find something. Hold on. This is in my legs. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Trapinch. Woo! Look at my baby. I love this little guy. I love Traptwig. That is all. That's my propaganda for Trapinch, and why I'm putting it in the... Oh, that's not what I meant to press. And why I'm putting it in the B tier. Vibrava. It's fine. I like Vibrava well enough. I like Flygon more. Trapinch and Flybong? Flybong? Guys, you wanna hit on this Flybong? That's the sound a bong makes, right? Man, am I high? Did I accidentally take an edible without noticing? Cacnea. I had this when I was a teenager. All over my face. I actually like Cacnea. I like the cactus. I like that it's got holes in the face that kind of make the scarecrow face. I like the spikes on its arms, the little crown on its head. Lots of cool design elements kind of working together. Very cool. Cacturn, I like less. It's not bad. I just think it's less interesting. It kind of loses. It gets a less interesting hat. It kind of loses like the rotundness that I loved in Cacnea or in Cacturn. In Cacnea, I was right the first time. I thought I got it wrong because I said the wrong word in my head. Like and subscribe if you'd smash the hidden treasure of Area Zero. Okay, hey, this is the first line that I feel pretty strongly about all the way through. I love Swablu. I love Altaria. And I like Mega Altaria. They're all pretty good. I think Altaria should get the fairy type like Mega Altaria, but it's fine that it doesn't. They're... Bro, don't smoke the Pecharunt boiled mochi. Oh, if you'd smoke the hidden treasure of Area Zero. Um, yeah, no, not the first good mega. We've had some good megas. Like, I liked Blastoise well enough. And I really love Charizard Y. Megas aren't bad in general. I just don't like a lot of them. But Mega Altaria, pretty good. Zangoose. I want to like Zangoose. Zangoose is boring. It's one of those Pokemon that So Gen 3 has a lot of these Pokemon where I saw it once and I was like, oh man, I think this Pokemon's going to be really cool. And then I get it in game and the charm wears off and I'm like, I just stop being interested in it. It doesn't do anything interesting in game. Like, it's got immunity. Sure. So does every steel type, man. I have no reason to use Zangoose. The rivalry with Seviper's cool. I like Seviper more because it's a snake. That's it. It's Snake, it's an early user of Poison Fang. You don't know me. I'm him. I'm smoking that Herba Mystica now. I'm going Super Saiyan. I saw a kid stealing an Amazon package off my porch and I fucking skinned him alive. Let's move on. Let's go on. What's a Dracula Pokemon? Is there a vampire bat Pokemon? It's fucking Crobat Flow. I don't know, man. Don't ask me. I don't like Lunatone or Solrock. I think the concepts are interesting. Tate and Liza were underwhelming, and that honestly contributes to my dislike of these Pokemon. Similarly, I dislike Barboach. I think Whiscash is fine. I think the W on its head is fucking goofy, and I love its expression. Barboach doesn't have the expression going for it, and that's the reason I like it less. But it's still like a Loach. You can't do a lot with a Loach. Once it turns into a big old catfish, though, I love it. I don't love it, but I like it. You know, I like it more. Corphish, I'm fine with. Crawdaunt, I fucking love. Crawdaunt is a fantastic Pokemon in my opinion. Hypercoat is a fine ability. I honestly would prefer something like Clear Body, but that's not bad because it really the only stat that matters on Crawdaunt is its attack. It's a big attacker. You set up the Swords Dance and you smack them down with Crabhammer. That's all you need to know. No brain, just Crabhammer. All you do with Crawdaunt, just crab. If you're thinking, you're not crabbing right. Hell yeah, I'll rate your Pokemon, Bronzong. Noivern's not even... I guess? I don't think it's a vampire bat. Baltoy and Claydol. I like Baltoy and Claydol fine, but I don't love them. They don't spark much joy for me. Like, I look at them. Maybe I should rank all the cassette beasts after I'm done with this. I'm gonna edit like 400 tier lists into one video. But yeah, they're fine. I like the ground psychic type. I like psychic types in general, but they just, I don't know. Telepathy's cool, I guess. Wait, do they even have telepathy in Gen 3? It doesn't matter what they have in Gen 3. I'm ranking the bug Pokemon. They're the bug. I'm ranking the Pokemon overall. You're making what people want: Fairy Dragon, Bug Dragon. For rating their abilities. I mean, listen, to rate the come on. Get in focus, camera. Please. There we go. If I rate the Pokemon, I gotta play the game because I gotta know the Pokemon, right? That's the whole thing. These Pokemon, I'm not just rating based on their appearance. I know and have used every single one of these Pokemon except for Pecharunt. That's the only Pokemon on this list I have not used in some capacity. And I still got my opinions on it. And maybe I can have used it by the time I get to that part of the list. But wow, this is getting kind of big, huh? Anyways, Cradily and Lileep. Hey, you know who you are. If you're watching, I'm sorry. I don't have any strong opinions on Cradily or Lileep. They're both okay. I like their weird little tentacles. They're fine. I don't have any strong opinions. But I'm agreeing to the cookie policy, so maybe it saves this. And I don't have to redo this whole fucking thing. Anorith and Armaldo, though. I like the shrimps. They're not crazy good, but I like them a lot more than most Pokemon. I like my steel shrimps. I think that the steel rock type's solid enough. Still weak to fighting, which so many things are, but I don't mind it that much, because they also just have really good designs, and they're still competitively decent. They've carried me through a few randomizer runs. I like them. Shrimple as that. It really is as shrimple as that. I fucking hate Feebas. It's Magikarp, but worse, and getting one sucks so fucking bad. I don't know if you know how catching a Feebas works in Generation 3. It picks random tiles that you can fish for a Feebas on, and those are the only tiles. And then it changes every few steps you take. So you've got to find the tile, and then maybe by the time you get to the next tile, it's gone already. And there's no indicator for whether you're at the tile, so your best bet is just keep walking around and fishing randomly until you find it. Unless you use a calculator, an RNG calculator, or unless you start from a known seed in Emerald. And that's it. That's the only way you can fucking get it. Wait, hold on, what? Armaldo's rock bug type? What the fuck? You're right. Oh my god. I still like it. But I thought it was rock steel the whole fucking time. Gen 3 is my weakest generation. I can't know literally everything about every Pokemon, man. As much as I'd like to claim the contrary. Milotic is fine. I don't hate it as much as Feebas. It's pretty cool. I like that it evolves with beauty, but man, I hate getting Feebas. Feebas sucks so much. Cast form is mid. I'm rating all the forms the same. All the cast forms the same. They're fine, I guess. If you like cast form, if you're a cast form head, fucking why? Do you like balls? And Kecleon, I don't like it. But it gets brownie points. It gets brownie points for... See, I'm the exact same. I'm strong with basically every gen except Hoenn. Kecleon gets brownie points for being the shopkeepers in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's it. I like Kecleon. Okay, so I think I explained this earlier. Mid, so whenever I say mid, I'm saying mid in terms of design overall. This is average in terms of Pokemon designs. I actually think most Pokemon designs are pretty good. This is the pretty good tier. This is the below average for Pokemon tier. An average design overall is still below average for Pokemon. And this is the actually bad. Like, I dislike something a lot about the Pokemon. So mid goes in D tier because mid can't really go in C tier. You can just put the stuff down, Mail. You can put it back down. Just put it down before you leave. It's not like you pick it up. You don't go into the store. I don't go to the store, pick up eggs, and go, oh shit, I left my wallet at home. Better see if I can get out unnoticed. Well, I do, but I don't have to, right? Stuffing eggs in my pants like nobody's business. I don't like Shuppet. Or Banette. And Mega Banette's actually just bad. Gross. I don't like its little fingies poking out of there. Little fingies poking out. Bad. Gross. Duskull I fucking love. I fucking love Duskull. I fucking love Dusclops. They're both cool. I like my little skull boy, and I like this guy. I hate running into Dusclops in the fucking battle facility. I'm gonna ignore your thing, Bronzong, because that seems like your Pokemon and not real Pokemon, and I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can. Your triggers were broken? It's okay, the triggers didn't do shit in that game. I mean, they did stuff, but you didn't need them to play the game. They made About Facing better on the GBA version. Tropius is a cool-looking Pokemon. It's cool enough looking. Nothing about the design really calls out to me. That's the biggest crime you can commit in a tier list, is being boring. Chimecho! Fun fact about Chimecho. It's the last internal ID in Gen 3. It doesn't affect its rating here. I just know that fun fact because I did a lot of Gen 3 ROM hacking back in the day. Chimecho is a cool enough design, but it doesn't do anything for me. It's fine. Absol is a cool design. And it's one of the megas that I like slightly more than the original. I like Absol and I like Mega Absol. They're both cool. It's sad that the Pokemon aren't really super useful, but I like both of them, you know? Why not? Why not so bad? It's a useless baby. All it knows is fucking splash, pretty much. It's fine. But I don't like it. Snorunt. I do like it. I like Snorunt. It is a cute baby. And it's got some decent moves. For early on, it's pretty cool. Bronzong, I do not get this capitalization thing you're doing. Glalie is okay. It's fine. I like it conceptually. I get why it evolves from Snorunt. I just like Snorunt more. Spoiler alert for Gen 4. Once we get to Frostlass, that's pretty good too. And Mega Glalie, I fucking hate. It's suffering. Mega Evolution made it grow so... fuck! Oh, God! I just fucking stuck my hand down and flipped my nail. Okay. Mega Evolution gave it so much power that its fucking jaw snapped. Not a joke. It's implied to be painful for it, too. Why? Huh? Why did you do that? Why would you Mega Evolve this creature and cause it to suffer? What the hell's wrong with you? Bad Pokemon. Unnecessary. Never give your Glalie Glalie. It's bad. It's just not good. Spheal's an A tier. Spheal's an S tier. Spheal's a fucking fantastic Pokemon. One of the best Pokemon. No notes. Celio is pretty alright. Actually, you know what? I like it. I like Celio and Walrein. They're both pretty cool. I like their mustache. I like Celio's mustache. I like Walrein's big old tusks. I think they're both more interesting takes on like seals or sea lions than the seal and dugong line. Plus they're just bulkier and they get better moves. What's up? Hey, Strange. It's confirmed Glalie is a drug. Alright, Clamperl. I like Clamperl conceptually. It's pretty cute. I like it sleeping in its little bed there. I don't like either of its evolutions. I think, Huntail and Gorbis are both kind of... Yeah, but the Pokemon enjoy beating each other up. Like, hold on, let's... The power of Mega Evolution was so strong that it smashed Glalie jaw. Its inability to eat very well leaves Glalie irritated. Its jaw is not unhinged, it is broken. It is suffering and upset that it can't eat with its broken jaw. And it doesn't even have particularly good base stats for a Mega. It's got less than pseudo stats for a Mega. Refrigerate's fine, but it's not enough, man. Just don't Mega Evolve your Glalie. Huntail and Gorbis are both okay, right? They're both fine. I don't particularly love them. I like Clamperl better than both of them. And Relicanth's kind of in the same tier. Yeah. Relicanth's fine. Like you Strange, you get it. Like, fucking battling, it's just day to day. Breaking their fucking jaw? What the hell? Relicanth's fine. It's just a fish, right? It's a fish that's particularly hard to get. And I like that it's based on a coelacanth, which is like known as the living fossil fish. It's kind of, it was thought to be extinct for forever until like a couple decades ago. Someone fished one up and they were like, oh, these shits still exist. Damn. Pretty cool. Doesn't mean I like the Pokemon more. Luvdisc sucks. Luvdisc has bad base stats, a fine design, but you could have done more with the heart than make the Pokemon a heart with lips, right? I ranked the Tyranitar Mega bad. I don't know what pain it's apparently in, but I did rank it bad just because it looks bad. Oh, now I gotta look this up. Mega Tyranitar. Let's see. Where's the Mega? Does it not show the Mega stuff on Bulba? Oh, here it is. Due to the Colossal's power poured into it, this Pokemon's back split right open. Its destructive instincts are the only thing keeping it moving. The effects of Mega Evolution make it more ferocious than ever. It's unclear whether it can even hear its trainer's orders. Wow. That's fucked up. Why doesn't Luvdisc evolve into Alomomola? What the fuck? Like, there's a perfectly good, better Heartfish right there. Just be that instead of this sad little... It's so basic. It's so uninteresting. And it's fucking... It's, Juan's Ace. Why? Why is it Juan's Ace? It's bad. It's not an ace. Bacon is fine. It's cute. I like it. Shelgon is actually probably my favorite, like, pupil stage Pokemon, my favorite Cocoon Pokemon, even though it only kind of qualifies. And Salamence is cool. Mega Salamence is weird. I don't like it as much. It's not bad, but it's fine. It's weird that it loses it does it even lose its limbs? I don't remember having limbs. It doesn't use them, certainly. I really like what they did with Roaring Moon based on this design, but I don't actually like this design straight up that much. But it's fine. And hey, we get our second pseudo set in pseudo legendary evolutionary line in Gen 3, the Beldum line. And starting off strong with Beldum, a Pokemon that I think is really cool. It's basic, but it's really cool for a basic Pokemon. I'm not looking at every Mega entry. I can't look at every Dex entry. This would take years. Okay. Let's go straight on to Metang. Metang is also cool. I like that they stuck two together, but it's not literally just two of them stuck together. The brains kind of blamped together and became something bigger and smarter. And I think that's really neat. The Dex entries also harken back to a computer. It's getting smarter as it evolves, which makes Metagross being a supercomputer really cool. The cross on the face is a bit weird, but I like it. It's just like, it's not just like 4 of this Pokemon, but it's like 4 times the Pokemon. It's big, it's threatening, it's menacing, it's got great stats, it's got a great move pool. It's great, you know? It's just a good Pokemon. I love Maractus. Maractus is cute though. Maractus is so much fun. I think the fact that you could imagine a gym leader with a Maractus as an ace says something. Like, Maractus is better than Luvdisc, I think. What's a really unmemorable ace? I think Tangela might be a weird ace. I don't know. It doesn't get smarter until Metagross only has psychic powers enhanced. That's fine. I still like the line. I like the concept. It's very cool. And Mega Metagross is a Mega that I like more than the base. Actually, I like it enough to put it in A tier. Mega Metagross is really cool. It's not... They did crank up the design elements a bit. They gave it 2 more eyes. They made the cross bigger. They gave it Metang's nose. But they didn't overdo it too much. Like, it's still reined in. It's still a reasonable Pokemon. It doesn't appear to be suffering, at the very least. It's cool. I like it. And so I'd put it in A2. The Regis. I don't like any of the Regis. I like them enough conceptually. I really like the puzzles that they have. Registeel is my favorite for what it's worth. But they're all perfectly serviceable. I don't generally go crazy over the legendaries. And I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and throw the Megas down here. The Megas are just, they're fine, I guess. They look too similar to each other. They're actively worse than either Latias or Latios. That being said, Latias and Latios are both cool, I guess. I didn't put Regigigas in that tier. Just regular. Oh, Quillfish Ace would be sad. Quillfish is better than Luvdisc still, though, is the thing. I don't hate Regis, I just don't love them. Whatever symbols you're doing some fucking dances in chat. Yeah. To you too, huh? Oh, is that supposed to be like the Regi puzzles? You could. Did you not have Braille? Was there no Braille available? A Brailleable? God. Kyogre and Groudon I actually like. I like Kyogre more than Groudon. But I like them both similar amounts. They're pretty cool legendaries. I generally don't love legendaries that much. I don't think that their rarity really adds a lot, and they're never usually my favorite in any generation. But I do like some of the designs, and I really like Kyogre and Groudon. They're good, but not super busted. Drizzle and Drought are fantastic abilities. I will say that much. But like, just really the biggest thing is Drizzle Water Spout Kyogre is scary. And I like my big water boy. I think it does better hand wings than Lugia. But that's it. I don't have that many more strong opinions. I hate these fuckers. These fuckers ruined Gen 6 competitive. Gen 6 VGC was dominated by these guys. Get out of here. I don't actually hate them that much. But they just got an unnecessary buff. And I get why they did, but not fun. I didn't enjoy it. And we're getting close to the end of Gen 3. Rayquaza. I'm okay with Rayquaza. I like Rayquaza less than I like either of the other two box legendaries. I think it's cool that it's a dragon type, cool dragon flying. It's got the same ability as Golduck. Whenever it got its Mega was oppressive. It went straight from being okay, pretty good Pokemon with a kind of a fine, but ultimately not that great design, to an oppressive, over-designed presence that I don't like. So, Rayquaza, you get C tier, your Mega gets D tier. I'm not apologetic about that. Jirachi, I'm okay with. I liked Jirachi in the Wishmaker movie. Groudon in that movie was fucking terrifying. I'm scared, but I don't have strong opinions on Jirachi. Jirachi is maybe the easiest mythical to get, besides Mew. Jirachi is the mythical that you will always be able to get without an online connection because of things like Pokemon Channel in PAL regions, Pokemon Box in all regions, various offline distribution events like the Coliseum Disc Jirachi. It's fine. It's a fine Pokemon. It's very accessible. It does not have my biggest problem with mythicals. I don't love it. It's cute enough, but not super cute. I'm putting all the Deoxys in the same tier, which is fine. It is an inaccessible mythical Pokemon, and I don't like it very much. I don't dislike it. I like the idea. I like the design of like, oh, it's a virus from space. The DNA motif on the base design is pretty cool. I like the dynamic pose where it's got one hand and one DNA spiral. I think that's the coolest, like the base pose in Gen 3. I think it's really weird that it's got the gimmick in Gen 3 is that its form is based on whatever game it's traded into. That's kind of strange to me. Like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald all having a different form, and then Ruby and Sapphire having the base form. Sure, I guess. There was just a lot of weirdness in Gen 3 between Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald, though. Like, only generation where the remakes were before the third game, but beside the point. It's fine. That's the start and end of that. Is I am not upset about Deoxys. Each of its forms is pretty close to the highest of its respective stat. Or stats, I guess. Defense form has really high defense in Spadef. Attack form has pretty high attack in Spatak. And speed form is really fast. Really, the best thing is to go speed form with Stealth Rocks. Not even joking. Deoxys' most viable usage is setting up hazards in speed form. It's pretty good. It's fine. I I like the design well enough, but it doesn't really rise out of C tier for me. And that's all the Pokemon to Gen 3. I told Kay I would wait for them for Gen 4. So let's see. If Kay is available, I'll go ahead and do Kay. But if not, we can go ahead and wrap up. Actually, my throat kind of needs a break. I think I'm going to give it a break anyways. That being said, hey, thank you guys for dropping by. It's been an absolute blast. I always love having people by. And this has been a fun stream. I'm going to follow up on the stream. Yeah. I'm going to follow up on the stream again. I'm going to do, probably the next stream will be maybe the rest of them. At the very least, Gens 4, 5, 6, probably 7. Maybe just 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and a third one. But I will see you guys all soon. If you want updates on future streams, be sure to subscribe, join the Discord, whatever you want to do. dc.blur.lol, sure. I don't care. Do what you want. I'm not your mom. Have fun. Have a good night. Take it easy. Bye-bye.